vital and very important which came out yesterday. And we will try to give you the tips which are essentially important for both professional as well as personal life. Nothing is out. What you do between 9 to 5 has an impact on 5 to 9, and what we do between 5 to 9 has an impact on 9 to 5. That's for sure. Personal, professional, you cannot keep it away. You cannot say that, oh, I am right now talking about professionally, not personally. It's the same person talking about professionally. Or you cannot say, I am talking personally, not professionally. Probably not. We should not get into that because we are the same body which is talking about, which is dealing with customers, which is dealing with difficult situations, which is dealing with difficult environments, which is dealing with volatile environments which we are getting into every day. Volatility becomes very tough. Having said that, I am still getting a little worried that, the discipline norms, what we talked at least 9:15 we are here, and 9:30 we could start, but you see 9:30 is already done and people are still, I don't know. Let's give a big round of applause for people who are already here. Having said that, our session will stop at 3:45 and we will break for a cup of tea. That's the last tea break we'll have. And 4 o'clock, you can see the backdrop is changed. So we will have these people coming to us. S.Y. Siddiqui is a well-known name in the country. Maruti Suzuki guy. Of course, he is now just retired as on 31st of July. But he has been a great leader of HR in the country, a traveling friend of mine, 30 years association. Along with him is going to be General A.K. Singh, another great man of the country who was involved in a couple of wars. Very fascinating human being and truly a great friend of ours. He has been a friend of Global Talent all along, like Siddiqui has been a friend of Global Talent all along. The third person joining she is known as Distinguished Professor of OB, Organizational Behavior, Dr. Asha Pandharkar. When you see Global Talent song and you are seeing that Padma Shri Pritam Singh, Dr. Pritam Singh has been my guru, like Kiran Bedi, but we lost Dr. Pritam Singh during COVID. And this Asha and Dr. Pritam Singh have written 8 books together in the country, very powerful. And Asha is going to be part of us, and she is a psychologist as well as organization behavior specialist in the country, one of her leading names. And in fact, she has been on the board of directors of Punjab National Bank as well. Along with Asha, then we have K.S. Bakshi. K.S. Bakshi is the director HR, head of HR for Interglobe. Interglobe owns many 5-star properties in the country, as well as Interglobe owns Indigo Airline. So Indigo CHRO reports to him. So he has independently an Indigo company, which is the airline business, and that is where K.S. Bakshi, again, 30 years old association with K.S. Bakshi as well. And the last gentleman, we have another great friend of ours, Sanjeev Sharma. He is the Vice President Human Resources from SMS India, which is SMS is a German company, and a very powerful company. And again, a relationship of almost 20 odd years. And in fact, we do a lot of work for SMS last 10 years, so as Global Talent is concerned. And I think talent acquisition has been one of our prime drivers in essence. So these are the 5 people who are going to be joining. And at that point of time when they join, I'll just quickly introduce them. And I will go to each and every person to give one key learning of 2 days. I will do once they are here, so that they know from each one of you what has been 30 learnings here. And they will then work on giving their inputs on the area of leadership, each one of them. The Siddiqui will handle, he will be the chairperson. and then they will give their inputs. And after their inputs, at least 30 minutes, we would like you to interact with this panel. That means more of a Q&A, more of an interactive. So whatever has happened last 2 days, that you will give 1 point each, 1 or 2 points each, so that they know where they are, which room they are, what has been done by 2 days. You can talk about anything which has touched your heart. And then they will build up their own DNA leadership. They will give, say, 5 minutes each. And then the chairperson will actually start asking you Q&A questions. So you should raise more questions at that point of time. The purpose of having one team, these are my signature programs. And of course, the Romancing with Destiny. Now, we will start, I want to ensure that more people come, but in the meanwhile, to start with, I want to show you this Romancing with Your Destiny. Have a look of Romancing with Your Destiny. That's another signature program of ours. And let's have a look. This is a large-scale interactive process. In this large-scale interactive process, we are trying to build up the passion for each of the person that you need to be loving your country. Your country is important, nation building is important. Whatever you are doing today, you are doing nation building. Stop. Now, this song of ours is a very powerful song which talks about जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा. Now, why we are talking about this? Because we belong to this country, and this country is ours, irrespective of any caste, color, religion. As we have been talking since yesterday, that as an Indian global manager, as an Indian global leader, हर एक व्यक्ति, हर एक religion, हर एक color, हर एक creed को respectability से हमें देखना है. Otherwise you are not a global manager. Otherwise you are not a global Indian. आपका धर्म, आप हिंदू हैं, मुसलमान हैं, सिख हैं, ईसाई हैं, वो आपका इंडिविजुअल धर्म के लिए और आपका एक कर्तव्य आपके कंपनी के लिए. उस कंपनी में आपके वेंडर्स आएंगे, उस कंपनी में आपके सप्लायर्स आएंगे, उस कंपनी में आपके कस्टमर्स आएंगे. So, give a big round of applause for team. क्या नाम है आपकी टीम का? आशीर्वाद, केजरीवाल, केजरीवाल, केजरीवाल तो बड़ा पावरफुल नाम है. पॉलिटिक्स को छोड़ के ग्लो, ग्रेस, ग्रैटिट्यूड एंड गुडविल. Having said that, मेरा एक सवाल आपके पास. वो भारत देश है मेरा, जहां डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बस मेरा, वो भारत देश है. और अगर आप अच्छे भारतीय हैं, प्राउड इंडियन हैं, तो सबसे पहले आपके चेहरे, आपकी एक्शन, आपके बिहेवियर में देखना चाहिए. क्योंकि ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करते हैं, इंडियन और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आज पूरा दुनिया आपको देखा है. भारतीय होने का प्रावधान thinking about this song, so powerful, will not ask her. That will be too tough for us. Okay? That chapter will be here. So is somebody, one among 30, who says, I am not romantic. Right? We will not talk about. But all others here are saying, we are romantic. Am I right? Am I right? Clear?
Yes.
I am highly romantic person. Highly romantic. Even at this age, the way I am, my romance is of high level. Now you must be thinking about she's talking early about romance. Why? I am asking you a question. Before that, along with जहाँ डाल पे सोनी की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, I want you to look at the song. This is a highly romantic song of yesteryears. A romance between two people, very powerful. Amitabh Bachchan and they did not marry, whatever value system. Whatever happened, they did not marry. But this is, we still believe that Rekha and Amitabh was very powerful in terms of romance. And I am a witness to this song because I think I was a student of BSc that time. This song was shooted in Srinagar, Kashmir, next to Oberoi's. And from the college we went and met Amitabh and Rekha that time. Silsila was the movie. Dekha ek khwab to ye. Dekha ek, I'm just putting in your mind, repeat it. Dekha ek khwab to ye, silsile hue. High level of romance. We are not going to details of this one. That is the question I asked. I said, are you romantic? All of you except Bhavna, we respect her and we don't want to talk about this thing. Everybody is saying I am romantic. And as I said, I am also highly romantic. But not romantic. That is the question I ask. Is there anybody in this room who has been, can we give a big round of applause? Thank you very much for coming. Is there anybody in this room who had to fight a lot to get his partner or her partner in life? Okay, she is. So your husband, you were in love?
Yeah, and we were not from the same community. So
We were from the same community.
My parents a lot.
And then
And then they got convinced and we are married.
you will be round of applause. देखा उनको और बोले सिलसिले हुए. There will be many. Some people may not share. I am a pure arranged man. Arranged marriage. Of course, my kids, of course, not. But not. I am totally 100% arranged marriage. I still live with the same woman last 36 years.
But even I live with the same man.
You live with the same Because these days the question mark. In the global world, people ask us, are you living with the same woman last 35 years? Yes, we live with the same woman. That is where I am talking about India as a culture. But will it be the same culture for my kids? I don't know. Not that I am opposing my kids or Harsh. Harsh is getting married in December. I don't know. Yet he already had some other relationship 2 years back when he was in a living relationship. Okay, that's gone. And now he is getting married in December. I don't know what the future is, but why I'm talking about romance, why I'm giving romance more importance? The moment you are in romance, you were mad to marry Samrat Bose, am I right? Equally, Samrat was mad to marry you, am I right? I'm taking your example, please don't take it wrong, okay?
No, I'm proud of it.
She's proud of it. So we all get into high level of romance. Here is my question now. And that question is very important. The way you are romantic about your partner, the way you have been fighting against all odds to marry that guy because you are passionate about it, are you romantic about your job, about your vision, about your goal, about your future? Same way the way you are romantic about your partner. In case you are romantic about your future, about your goal, about your vision, then anything and everything is possible for you in terms of leadership, drive, your capabilities and capacities, even if you do not have. Because you will keep building your capabilities and capacities in order to deliver the best business result. So what I am talking here is, when I said I am a highly romantic person, you just see my romance, what I am doing? This is my romance. This is my romancing with my destiny, what I am doing. Since yesterday you have seen me. This is my romance at this particular time. I enjoy what I am doing. And the moment you enjoy what you are doing, what happens? Your performance excellence becomes more powerful and you become better leader, better professional. You deliver the best to your vendors, customers, suppliers, as well as partners at home, as well as your parents or your kids who are again your customers. Your children are your customers, your wife is your customer, your husband is your customer, your parents are your customers, your parent-in-law are your customers. I am putting this thought in your mind early morning that look at yourself and start romancing with your destiny. Romance is not only Samrat Bose and Manisha Bose. Romance is what you are bringing to this world for which you will be known that he brought these changes in this company to take this company to the next excellence. That is romancing with your destiny. I hope I have made myself very clear. With 10 minutes back, you must have thought what this guy is talking at the age of 62 now, 53. I am romantic. But I am romantic in adding value to the people whomsoever we are connected. I am romantic about the company where I am working and doing cultural transformation. I am romantic about my customers. I am romantic about my vendors, suppliers. I am romantic about each one of you taking this room to go back home and carrying something which can be useful for your leadership. That is my romance with your destiny. I hope I am very clear. So therefore, Acharyan, I will sing my early morning one song. That's going to be an important message to them. And
before you sing,
हाँ,
can I get a note from all of us here? From now onwards, we are not only
Okay.
romancing with our family, but we are also going to be romancing with our work.
वाह,
And in order to take that oath, I would like everybody to please stand up.
ऐसा काम
Please
किसने
stand up. Please stand up. Okay? And we are not going to.
ये कुछ नहीं लाना हाँ ठीक है ठीक है
Please come back. Please be quiet. Okay. Incredible. That's why I'm saying this. We have enough space to look at. We are doing exercises. Yeah. अब वीडियो बंद कर सके इसलिए दे रखा मुझे वीडियो में चाहिए ओनली वॉइस आवाज तो करो मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे कदम के तले जहाँ गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही फले एक ऐसे कदम के तले See the passage is what you do. सूरज की पहली किरण से आशा का संदेशा पहली किरण से आशा ये काम हो चंदा की किरण से कर घोर अंधेरा भागे That means the darkness will go away. There's a hope, and we need to think about the hope, and we need not to think about the darkness. कभी धूप थे, कभी छाव में, जहाँ गम भी न हो, आंसू भी न हो, बस प्यार ही spreading love, spreading beauty of owning each other's responsibilities, accountabilities, becoming powerful beings. Next stanza. दूर नजर दोहराए आजाद गगन लहराए विजय जहाँ दूर नजर दोहराए आजाद जहाँ रंग बिरंगे पंछी आशा का संदेशा लाए hope is again coming in your with a vision. So keep a vision focused because your hope is going to be. सपनों में पली हंसती वो कली जहाँ शाम सुहानी डले जहाँ गम भी न हो आंसू भी न हो बस प्यार ही प्यार पले एक ऐसी गगन के तले Next sentence is very important. ना कोई गिला हो, कोई बैर न हो, कोई बैर न हो, सब मिलके चलते चले, जहाँ गम भी न हो, आंसू भी न हो, बस प्यार ही प्यार
नहीं नहीं अभी कुछ नहीं ठीक है
What was the message? Power of positivity. What was the message? Spread love. What was the message? Vision. What was the message?
Ray of hope.
A ray of hope. What was the message?
Hope, sir.
Hope. What was the message?
Spreading happiness.
Sorry?
Spreading happiness.
Spreading happiness. What was the message?
Positivity.
Positivity. Again, I go back. Power of positivity, power of perseverance, power of partnerships, power of performance, power of Pagalpan. That's what romance is. As a leader, you should be known, seen, living every day with that power of positivity. You should spread happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, since some of you came late, I will repeat the schedule for the day again. We had yesterday a great day, and we have one of you because we will have these our guests who will be part of us, and we will teach them what we have done last 2 days, and then this whole thing will be handed over to them, and they will do their own DNA thoughts, but they will do more of QA. More questions you want to raise, must raise to this panel, and we will close the evening with certification to all of you. We are all in the beautiful color. Alright? Are you ready to rock today?
Yes, sir.
We'll do a recap. Acharya, you have the entire space. Let's go behind the wall. And
Okay.
You can take this along. Yeah. Well, you want a mic?
I'm less powerful and as powerful as you are, sir.
You are powerful, sir. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
but you can call me in the lead or in, just that, okay? So we want to keep it very short so that people will remember you. And I'm going to associate myself with something that is my passion, okay? And that's sports, soccer. I am a fan of Liverpool. So what I'm going to say is, in Liverpool. Association so that you will remember me. We want everyone to remember each one of us here. Okay, that's very important if I may put it. The ability to remember names becomes so huge that you don't realize how powerful it is. What is the sweetest voice that you want to hear? Your name. Because you hear it all the time, it becomes the sweetest. So, in Chole Chole?
Mowgli.
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 Mowgli, okay. So let us repeat. Javed, so that we remember. Yourself, you have to start from me. You have to start from me. In Liverpool,
Javed, Mughlai, Sam, traveling hills.
easy, just one word.
Hills.
Sam Hills. Okay, very good. You see? Yourself, start from me. No, him. Hills. I've been sending cricket. Make it short. Help people to remember. It's training of your brain. And early morning we still, are not as up as we can be. Now my next question. That was just the example.
So my
Which
brain
way?
feels like it has already died.
Exactly.
Right, so-
I feel the same.
It's so much pressure already that I have to remember so many names.
I
So
know.
is there a way
Boy,
around
he's
it?
sweating already.
So my question is,
Remember blood, sweat, what he
Yeah,
why we are here.
That's right.
Under this pressure.
so in
Yes.
Liverpool, my question is there a work around it? I mean,
Don't
how
worry,
do I
don't
prepare
worry,
myself?
Don't worry. We are here. We'll go through.
Great.
Everything is possible.
Buzz.
Yes?
True.
Okay, my next question, you have to be very quick to respond. Which way do I go? This way or this way?
So we
He
can
responded. He responded first, we'll go this way. Okay, let's read.
Sam Hills and
So, in
Liverpool.
Javed Mughlai.
Sam Hills. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay. No, you start for me.
In Liverpool, Javed Mughlai, Sam Hills.
So we all repeat. Sam
Hills.
Cricket.
Liverpool.
It's too difficult.
Yeah, make it easy. And yourself. Make it easy, forget, make it easy. Okay, let's all repeat. Avi, cricket. No. Excuse me. No, cheating, come here. Liverpool. Make it easy. That's it.
Javed football.
Football. Yeah,
Yes.
Sweets. Racket sweets. You see, we can remember it. Sweet racket. Would that be all right? Yes. Okay, very good. All right, sir.
In Liverpool, Javed Akhtar. Sam Hills. Army cricket. Sweet racket. And Abby Abs.
So let's repeat. Abby?
Abs.
Abs.
Very good.
Okay. In you all have, they can help me.
Yeah.
So in Liverpool, Javed Mughlai, Sam Hills, Army cricket, Rakesh Sweet or Sweet Rakesh, Abby Abs, Manu music.
Whoa! Let's repeat. Manu music. Excellent. Now we'll make it easy for you. Instead of starting from me, you can
Yeah.
start from me. Make it relaxation. Yeah.
Discount or what?
Discount.
Javed Mughlai, Sam Hills. Army cricket. Manual.
You are?
Manual.
Manual music too. Yeah? Okay? So we all repeat. Manual music too. Start from Sam.
Sam Hills, Army cricket, Abby Abs, Manu music, and Manu music too. Sushil cricket.
Sushil cricket. Let's repeat. Sushil cricket. I hope you're not sweating now.
I have.
You feel better, right? Okay, next one. You start with Ashutosh. Sachin is scorer. Scorer. Okay. Tendulkar. Sachin, scorer.
And D's drawing. D's drawing.
Drawing. D drawing. Okay, very good. Excellent. Let's repeat. D
Drawing.
drawing. You can start the
What is first name, boss? Can you go?
D drawing. Very good. Make it easy for everyone. We are in team. Yes. Naveen driving. You can start from. Retake foodie. Let's go.
No, man.
Sachin scorer.
Sushil cricket. Let's all repeat. Sushil. Sushil cricket.
So manual music two, C cricketer, Sachin scorer, D drive, Naveen drive, Kirti Amri, and Sunil cricket, Umesh Mahadeva.
Umesh Mahadeva. Okay, let's repeat. Umesh Mahadeva. Dr. Bakshi, could you please be there next to our handsome young man from there? Yes.
नाम ही आशीर्वाद आशीर्वाद
You were good at remembering names, huh? Who is good at remembering names? There were two hands. Only one person? Yourself?
She says remember names, not
I
faces.
don't remember faces.
She doesn't remember faces. That is why she is not romantic. Am I right, Bhavna?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Sushil cricket, Sachin scorer, great drawing, Naveen driving, Shruti foodie, Sunil cricket, Umesh
Make it easy, yeah? Make it
and
easy.
Talwar cricket. Talwar cricket.
Talwar cricket.
Yeah.
Talwar cricket. Okay, very good. Let's repeat. Talwar cricket. Yes. Bhavna.
We are supposed to do 6 games, right? So it's D driving.
Who is D? Who is D?
D drawing, Naveen driving, Kriti foodie, Sunil cricket. Then we have Mahadeva ji.
Talwar cricket.
Very good. And
Very good.
yourself,
Bhavna romantic.
Bravo.
Very good. आज चल के तुझे वर्कआउट कर गया
Kriti foodie, Sunil cricket, Umesh Mahadeva, Talwar cricket, LR Lakshmi.
Ella Lakshmi. Okay, Ella Lakshmi.
Talwar cricket, Bhavna romantic, LR Lakshmi. Tell yourself, Vikas remembering.
विकास
Okay, very good. Excellent. Let's go.
So Kriti foodie and Sunil cricket, Umesh Mahadev, Talwar cricket, Bhavna romantic, LR Lakshmi, Vikas remembering, Arnav Rajbhog. Arnav.
Arnav. Raj.
Rajbhog. It's a dessert.
Let's repeat.
It's a sweet.
राजभोग
Okay, done. Yes.
Sunil cricket. Umesh Mahadev. Talwar cricket. Bhavna romantic. LR Lakshmi. Vikas remembering. Arnav Rajbhog. Gaurav fitness.
Gaurav fitness. You fit. Yes. What did you do? Workout?
Arnav Rajbhog. Gaurav fitness.
Fitness, Ashish Mumbai.
Ashish Mumbai. Okay, let's repeat. Ashish
Mumbai.
Yes. Arnav Rajbhog. Fitness. Ashish Mumbai. AK Shiva. And what about Johan?
Sunil cricketer, Umesh Mahadev, Talwar cricket, Bhavna romantic, LR Lakshmi, Vikas remembering, still remembering. Alright, Arnav Rajbhog, Gaurav fitness, Ashish Mumbai, AK Shiva, and coach.
Central coach. Okay, very good. Central coach. Please.
LR, Arnav,
LR Lakshmi sir.
Arnav
Rajbhog,
Rajput,
Gaurav Fitness, Gaurav Fitness, Ashish Mumbai, AK Shiva, Vada Pav Yuvanna.
Mumbai Vada Pav. And Kamal Flower.
Kamal Flower.
Kamal, he said Kamal flower.
Okay, let's go. Kamal
Flower.
Sir, why say?
Flower. Sir, challenge है कहाँ से start करनी है?
That's better.
अर्नब राजगुरु, गौरव फिटनेस, आशीष मुंबई, AK शिवा, वड़ा पाव
Mukesh Manali. Yes, sir. Mukesh Manali. Next, sir.
विकास remembering अर्नब राजपूत, गौरव फिटनेस, आशीष मुंबई, AK शिवा, जोड़ा बड़ा पाव, चंचल कोच, कमल फ्लावर, मुकेश मनाली, प्रशांत टेनिस.
Prasad Tennis.
Tennis.
Prasad
टेनिस.
I want to try from first.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, come ahead.
Yeah. In
Javed.
Javed Mughlai, Sam Hills, RB Cricket,
Rakesh
Sweet, AB Apps,
Manu
Music,
Manu
Music, Sushil Cricket, Sachin Scorer,
D Drive,
Naveen
Driving,
yeah, Preeti Foodie, Sushil Cricket, Mahadev,
Umesh Mahadev,
Talwar Cricket, Bhavna Romantic, LK Lakshmi,
विकास remembering, अर्नब गौरव
Gaurav Fitness, Ashish Mumbai, AK Shiva, Johan Vada Pav, Chachal Coach,
कमल फ्लावर,
Mukesh
Manali,
Manali, Mukesh Prashant
Tennis.
Meditation.
That is the result, you know. That is why he was able to.
You come all the way from Bangkok. Please honor. Acharya, please join. More Bangkokians and little Bangkokians, 18 years.
Donation from Virat Kohli. So King Ashu.
King Ashu.
Why?
From the right side.
Not allowed, sir. Not allowed. Wherever you feel comfortable.
I'll try.
Okay. Okay.
So in Liverpool, Javed Mughlai, Sam Hills, AB
RV Cricket.
Rakesh
Sweet,
ABS,
Manual
Music,
2,
Manual Music, Manual Music, Sushil Cricket, Sachin Slugar, Scorer,
D
Drive,
Naveen
Cricket,
Driving, Preeti Foodie, Sunil
Cricket, Umesh Mahadeva, Talwar Cricket, Bhavna Romantic, LR Lakshmi,
विकास remembering,
Arnav Rajput, Gaurav Fitness, Ashish Mumbai, AK Shiva,
वड़ा पाव
Johan Vada Pav, Chachal Coach,
कमल फ्लावर,
Mukesh
Manali, Prashant Tennis, Satish
and myself King Ashu. I try my best.
Give a big round of applause.
He's the last one. Yes.
King Ashu.
Satish meditation.
Yeah.
King Ashu.
Satish meditation.
Satish.
Prashant Tennis, Mukesh Manali, Kamal Flower,
You are Kamal Flower. You are
Chanchal
Coach.
Coach,
You are Vada Pav.
AK Shiva, Ashish Mumbai,
And you are
Ashish Mumbai,
Mumbai. You are
Gaurav Fitness,
You are Rajput.
Vikas
You are
remembering,
This I remember now. You are
LR Lakshmi,
You are
Bhavna Romantic, Talwar Cricket,
You are Mahadev, you are cricket, you are foodie, you are
Driving.
lead drive,
Drawing.
you are again drawing,
You are for
Scorer.
scorer. You are cricket. You are music. She is music. Abs. Rakesh Sweet. Cricket.
Sam Hills.
Sam Hills.
Javla Mughal. In Liverpool.
You are in Liverpool.
Yes.
King Ashish.
I like the most city is Venice.
Venice.
And as he talked about romance, so romantic city.
Okay.
Oh my God, I have a lot of
Venice.
stories about Venice.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I have also been
I don't
to-
want to share right now, but I would like to
Thank you.
give you a.
Yes, please.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
जो मैसेज देंगे ना वो we put a mic.
Okay, the next question would be, what would be the one thing, just one, that you're going to put it into action, change yourself? What would that be? Just one thing, what would that be? Let's discuss.
Okay, are you free?
Everyone. So the one thing which has inspired me the most in yesterday's session, I would say, it was Dr. Kiran Bedi's session, where she mentioned if you are not doing anything wrong, you should not be scared. So I am somebody who is a very righteous person. I believe in doing everything which is ethically and morally correct. Still, I have most of my life I have spent in fear, even after doing the right things. So that was one thing which has inspired me the most. And also, when I saw her and I checked, she's 74 years of age. So that has inspired me that I have to be as fit when I turn 74. In fact, even in the later stages. So that was.
So what action you are going to take?
I have already started talking to even yesterday itself. So somebody wanted me to do something once I go back home in my office. So I said if I am doing it, so I would do the things beyond my, the official powers and everything. I would do the things. Still, I will be the most submissive one. So yesterday, I wasn't submissive. I said I'll do it, but I'm doing it only out of my what we learned yesterday. Other than responsibility and other than accountability, we have something which is called ownership. So I did it out of my ownership.
Wow.
So this was not just my responsibility. It wasn't my responsibility, in fact, after the office hours. But I did it out of my ownership. So that was one takeaway. I did, and I in fact implemented it the very same way.
Very good. Let's go this side. Short and crisp.
Short and crisp.
Short and crisp.
As per yesterday's speech and program, we thought positive
Mic
is
जरा दूसरी दे दो.
very important. Whatever you are doing, you do positively. You will not face any difficulties when you are doing any work or any challenging job. So positiveness is very important. So you will not face any difficulties when you are doing the same. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yes.
For me, I think accountability is the prime, and the industry which I belong to needs a higher degree of accountability. And whatever I will do, I will make sure that it is going a positive or negative. That should be accountability.
Yeah. But you are very clear about the difference between responsibility, accountability, and ownership. Am I right?
Yes.
Are you clear? Because there is going to be a communication session. So build on that. Yeah, next. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
So actually, I'm also hello. I want to say that leader must have a three combination. Like you said, that he has some part of responsibility and he honor the all responsibility, and he must be accountable for all failures basically, and give the credit to the success to the all subordinates.
One important point has come today which did not come yesterday. You are accountable for your failures. The moment you are accountable for your failures, what do?
You take it.
You take it up strongly, and next time you don't fail on your accountability. I like this. That was a very powerful statement. When you are accountable for your failure, that is where you have a very different mindset. And that's a positive, power of positivity. Very good. Otherwise, we normally, when we fail, we just avoid.
Yeah. Whatever job we are doing, we should do with proper ownership by trio, without any fear.
Without any fear. Beautiful. Yeah.
So my point was regarding accountability, but accountability is supported by two P's.
Yeah.
Of course, Pagalpan is there, but apart from that, accountability is supported by positivity, and second is preparation.
Wow.
If you are not prepared, then be ready to fail. So with preparation only, accountability can be taken up properly. That's just my
So I say, if you fail to prepare, be prepared to fail. If you fail to prepare, be prepared to fail. So that's what we said yesterday in PDCA. P is what? D is what? Dedication. C is what? Commitment. A is what? Attitude. Because the moment you keep on following on the PDCA with passion, dedication, commitment and attitude, you will never ever have an issue with your preparing. Yeah, next.
So yesterday I realized something in the first half of the session, which was later discussed in the second half, when we were singing national anthem. So I'm a very bad singer, right? So I may have signed as a bathroom singer in a lot of sheets yesterday, but I have good ears, right? I can identify harmonies, I can identify notes. So when we were singing national anthem yesterday, I had a bad voice, but when I focused on the harmony which was going on, when everybody was singing, the whole crowd was in sync. The whole crowd was in harmony.
Beautiful. We talked about orchestra yesterday. You are running your own business orchestra when you are in a business situation. So in case you keep each and every angle with that part of the orchestra, the final product, which is again P, people, processes, products, profitability, pride, with Pagal, Very good, very well. Yeah.
Identifying the person in your team who demonstrates ownership, the blood, the sweat, the tear. That is what I learned yesterday.
The blood, the sweat, and the tears. Absolutely. Because every day blood, sweat, and tears come out. Very powerful. That is why how many years we gave? 33 years we gave. 33 years we gave. Wow. You were not here yesterday, but you can.
I was not here yesterday, but since I spoke to the two gentlemen right next to me, he certainly spoke about ownership की दुकान अगर हम शाम को अपनी खुद की दुकान होगी, सेल ना हो बंद करें तो आंसू निकलेंगे ना.
अरे वाह. Senior HR head, but a strong HR head.
And sir, we have mentioned about how family and your kids and your family play an important role in your life. Yes, work is important. Everything has its own place and space. So you should take out some time for your family also, for yourself also. So here he was mentioning about this. I guess this training program has inspired people where they had their own black boxes in their lives.
Wow.
So I guess that's where this program has opened up those black boxes and they've identified that where they need to work on.
It's a very important point by Bhavna. I think we have broken a lot of black boxes since yesterday. Blindfolds. And we are getting into blindfolds after the communication exercise. Very great. Thank you so much for your contribution. Irrespective of you not being here yesterday, you could interact with people, and you have gotten the team fast.
That's HR, sir.
That's it. You are missing Hari, missing me. He was supposed to be here. You are missing him. Okay.
I think there are various things, but two things she has already said what I like. Another thing is that one thing more which is very important is that when we are talking to someone or when we are saying something to somebody, what we are expecting from others, we should keep that in mind. So that's something which I feel is a very great point which was there by Dr. Kiran Bedi yesterday.
Please, come on. I mean, not like it.
हम लोग जरूर शादी ऐसे मिलते हैं ना, पता है क्या करते हैं इसको? Meow. Meow.
We will come to that.
So please, let's not do meow. When somebody is giving some good input, it's for all of us. Let's do it. Right.
Two action would be taken from my side. I think एक तो कल से स्टार्ट कर दिया जादू की झप्पी.
And that is where your father, power of Father Padmini increase. At the moment you do Jadoo Ki Chappi, you are rendered, and in fact, you have seen yesterday that massage. Keep massaging your people. Go home and massage your wife first. Massage your wife, and she will say what has gone wrong with you. But that is what the change. That's what the change will happen. Come on. Keep massaging your partners. Very important. Keep massaging your employees.
Second one, nurturing of your subordinates and teams is equally important. So I would improve my skills in those areas.
People, and people. Yes.
If I may add here, I think it's very important. Yesterday I gave you a message to go back home and hug your wife.
Right.
And I'm sure more than 50% did not do it because you were afraid.
No,
It has
sir,
not
my
been
wife is
done
not
before. So it has been done for a long time already. You're not too far away in the past and you don't remember how to hug anymore.
No, sir, that's
But hey.
We all are Indians. अचानक से घर जाके वाइफ को हक करोगे, वाइफ बोली कहाँ से आ रहे हो?
Don't worry. We are here to transform. Not only in business activities, but also at home. Yes. Transformation is needed. Study were done in Harvard University. Many people who hug their wife when they go out for work, they become more successful.
Right.
More than 90%. I mean, that's amazing. When they go back home, they have a place where they can, the tension of the day is taken away by
Kids and
hugging the kids or whatever. So please have the courage. What did Kiran Bedi tell you? Have the courage to do the right thing. What is so wrong hugging your wife? So please always keep that in mind. Let's make it happen.
Unfortunately, In could not do it. In wife has come to India, but she's at Lalit Hotel.
Yes.
And he stayed last night here only for the night. But today when you go back to Lalit, we will drop you at Lalit.
Not only I will hug her, I will give her few puppies.
As per Kiran ma'am, keep learning and protect to our family.
Protect your family. Very good.
A very nice concept from INSER. It is regarding life, and life without F is life. So F stands for family, faith, friends. I will add one more F to it. It's force. Force is your team. So the force which is there with you to accomplish any mission or goal is equally important. So without them, life is life.
Yeah, very good.
I learned something yesterday, that is the power of truth. If you are right, you have no need to fear with anything.
Yes, very good.
There is no long time to do right things. You can start from today also.
Very good.
Excellent. If I may add here, because it's so very important, have the courage to do the right thing. and also have the courage to get the right thing done.
Yes.
Not only yourself, but also others around you. Do the right thing, get the right thing done. God will be with you forever and ever.
What I learned from yesterday is that when we are talking about team, only the leader should not take the accountability and credibility. It should be given to your whole team.
Absolutely.
And that is what the hero behind today we have. That is what I learned yesterday.
Good.
Treat your team or nurture your team like your family, and doing any project like your own business. So all the other parts will come automatically.
You're all business managers. She's not a HR manager, she's business manager. He's business manager, everybody's business manager. Very good.
So accountability and all the other things will fall automatically if you.
Automatically. It's very good.
So in my team, I have good musicians who can sing and who can play instruments. So I just need to synchronize with them so that I can be the part of that orchestra, and I can lead that orchestra. And also, I just want to upskill myself on the ownership part, because responsibility and accountability is good, but ownership, I need to upskill.
Very good. Very good. Because in the 3 of Buddha, you can see moving from control management to incremental management to breakthrough management. So that you don't forget. The moment you are upskilling yourself, you are already moving out from control to incremental management. So please remember, and we will talk about reskill, upskill, special skill and transformative skill today. Yes, go ahead.
2 things I learned from yesterday's session was, one is about the networking.
Very good.
Purposeful networking, extensive networking. Secondly, the feedback.
Very good.
You should give feedback.
Very
good. From yesterday till today, what we learned, what I learned specifically, that see, we all are here, we are having all the qualities and attributes of a leader. What they said, what they are trying to tell us, and what they did, and what I learned is to bring out that from you. If it is hidden inside, then why not just come out? Like Dr. Bakshi, when I entered the room, because he knew that we are coming by flight, his way of giving the comfort zone to that person is really great. Whenever somebody comes inside, he will see that he makes them comfortable. Otherwise, you feel very odd in front of a crowd. You are just coming in. But that thing, from yesterday till now, I was seeing. And when this madam came also a little late, and when she said that I am not romantic, and he was full of romance only that time. Now to bring that combination, very well, very nicely he did. And ultimately, finally, when she said, I am also romantic. That's successful. And then adaptability, everything, flexibility, we have learned that a lot from here. Be very friendly with people, be adaptable to fast with people. Thank you.
ट्रेडिशनल में हमने जो सीखा, पैशन एंड डेडिकेशन, कमिटमेंट एंड एटीट्यूड, तो इसको चेंज करके हम बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं। तो मेरा ये है कि हमारे कल से ही मेरे फैमिली में शुरू कर दिया मैंने, और जादू की झपकी जो है मैं
बहुत सारी चीज़ें कल हमने यहाँ पे सीखी हैं, लेकिन मुझे सबसे जो अच्छा लगा कि फेयरलेस वर्किंग वो ज़्यादा जरूरी है सभी के लिए।
I'll just give an example. 4500
2025
4500 2025 Mission 2025 Mission 2025
4500
Mission 2025
4500
2025 15600. This company was at 2,100 metric tons in 2018, 18th July, 19th July 2018. That was the day when I started One Dream, One Team at a place called on the National Highway what was that place resort called as? Resort कौन सा था? जहाँ रुकते थे पहले? Golden Heights. From 2,100 metric tons, we made them to move to 4500. And then in May 2022, we took a mission of 15600 by 2025. 2100 टन से 4500 टन हमने ट्रैवल किया 2020 तक, और उसके बाद हम 16,500 ही नहीं, आपको लगता है 20,000 टन कर सकते हैं? कर सकते? सेम टीम, बट कुछ यंगिस्तान डाल दिया हमने।
50 करोड़ था जो सितंबर में हमने 50 करोड़ क्रॉस कर दिया।
50 crore, very good. And this company wasn't red, they were not making money. And this man, what you see here, is चिट्ठियां देता था एम्प्लॉइज को 2018 तक। किसकी चिट्ठियां देते थे?
वही परफॉर्मेंस के लिए भी और
डिसिप्लिन के
लिए।
आज कोई चिट्ठी 18 के बाद दिया है? ऐसा कोई चिट्ठी?
अभी कोई चिट्ठी नहीं दी। और अभी तो एम्प्लॉयज एंगेजमेंट का इतना है कि वो अपने आप ही इतने मोटिवेट हैं जब से आपने प्रोग्राम चालू किए कि अभी इस साल जो हमारा समझौता हुआ है 2023-26 का, वो टेबल पे ही हो गया इफेक्टिव।
Even union is part of the complete engagement model. Thank you.
The keynote from yesterday's session was from you, sir, which you told that we should develop our subordinates. Whatever we have learned from our seniors, we should pass to our juniors also. And when we do these things, we develop ourselves also.
Absolutely.
So there are a lot of takeaways from the session, right? So apart from the accountability, ownership, responsibility, what I feel, what I should do more on the power of Pagalpa, the hunger. So I have to increase that within me so that I should contribute more to the organization. That's what I think.
Hunger for excellence. Next.
So I had 3 points. So
Yes, sir.
first was like taking the feedback from everyone, whether it is seniors, subordinates or peers.
Wow.
And then is to do a self-evaluation because that gives you a room for improvement.
Beautiful.
And from Kiran Bedi ma'am, it was like address your fears because that is important.
Beautiful.
So Bakshi, that most, because I've heard most of the people are talking about Dr. Bedi's words, and I will also go again with the same thing. What she has told that you should not get afraid while you are doing any work, and the family and your health is equally important. When you are fit and your family is there with you, then you are don't afraid for anything and you can do anything. So what I was thinking that based on that yesterday while I was going back, I was thinking that I will take some initiative with my signatures so that signatures will remain across.
Wow.
So sir, मैं हिंदी में करूँ तो
English. So 2 learnings from here and one personally I will share with you what my grandparents has taught me, just from the larger interest of the group. The first and foremost is there are 2 things, intent and content, and the both things should go hand in hand. Without intent, if there is a content, it will not work, and if there is a content, there is no intent, it will also not. The fire in the belly, it should rise from here together with content, and then you can make the change. Second thing, what Dr. Bedi told, I was impressed. If you are doing the things in the right intent, with the courage, private नौकरी में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? नौकरी ना, maximum is your job. If you are fit enough, your family is aligned with you, you can sell the vegetables, but at the end of the day, you will feel happy. I took the right decision, even if I am fired. And the third, mine has a business family. तो जब मैं नौकरी के लिए, I was just pitching for the job. तो my grandfather called me and he was lying on this bed and he told me कि बेटा जब नौकरी करने जाएगा ना, तो नौकर बन के मत जाना, ऑनर बन के जाना। क्योंकि अगर नौकरी वाला माइंडसेट रहेगा तो तू 8 से 5 ही कर पाएगा। और अगर ऑनर वाला माइंडसेट रहेगा तो यू हैव बीन मैरिंग दैट कंपनी लाइक यू आर मैरिंग टू योर वाइफ।
नौकरी का सर फुल फॉर्म क्या है? नो करी।
नो
करी मतलब you should not say it's always yes करी and you should always be having that ownership. So नौकरी का जो full form है वो ये है।
I think for me, there is one aspect with Kiran Bedi ma'am touched. She said, be spiritual, okay? Because if you have the hunger to realize your own self, if you create own awareness higher level, naturally you will be successful. Success will be around you. So it's one of the method of gathering success is not focusing on success, focusing on your self elevation, so that success will automatically follow you.
Beautiful.
काफी कुछ सीखा हमने, we have learned a lot from this training session, and especially I remember the advice from Mr. Mahabharata that we learn a lot of things, but how to implement and take the actions just to ensure that it is done. Where as harmony is concerned, it should be with family, with all the guys working with us, or something like that. तो मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूँ इस harmony को लेके कि किसको कहकर पत्थर मारें, चाहे नीचे काम कर रहा है चाहे ऊपर काम कर रहा है, चाहे फैमिली में कोई भी है। मैं बड़ा रिजर्व नेचर का हूँ, मैं पहली बार शेयर सुनाने जा रहा हूँ तो ताली से बता जोर से आई। तो किसको कहकर पत्थर मारें, कौन पराया है, शीश महल में हर एक चेहरा अपना लगता है।
वो राजकुमार कहता था, वो पुराना हीरो हमारा राजकुमार, वो कहता था जिनके खुद शीशे के महल होते हैं दूसरे को पत्थर नहीं मारते।
जानी रह गया कह रहे।
Last but not the least.
I learned from there, no negativity, every time positive, set the target and action or action.
Action and action. Very good. Achani?
So, yes, ladies and gentlemen.
भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाए तब जय गाथा, जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
न्यूयॉर्क में बुलवार्ड से लेके पूरा 10 किलोमीटर बंद करा दिया हमने। तो वो सोशल मीडिया पे मेरी वीडियोस हैं। मेरे साथ मिस इंडिया इंटरनेशनल थी, शाज़िया अली थी, दुनिया भर के 10,000 इंडियंस वेयर ऑन द रोड। Americans were saying this is the first time 5.5 hours New York is closed only because of Indians. That is the power of India. So feel proud to be an Indian, but work towards helping the global world, irrespective of caste, creed, color, nationality, religion. तभी आपका वासुदेव कुटुंब, one earth, one family, one future आएगा. Please do not take away this one earth, one family, one future. In your organizations, wherever you are, in your vendors when you are visiting, in your customers when you are going, please spread this message of one earth, one future, one family, because that will make our country great in the world. Don't think about any color, any religion, any nationality. Think I am a global Indian. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now, to celebrate further, we have coffee and tea.
He's truly a leader. Why and how he's leading it and touching your hearts and mind? Through communication. So I'm going to talk very briefly about communication. Along with communication, I will also talk about emotional intelligence क्योंकि ये related होता है। अगर आपके mind में clarity नहीं है, आपके communication में भी clarity नहीं रहेगी। Communication takes place from the mind, right? So if I am not clear what I want to say, I will never say properly. So can you change the slide? And also, somebody yesterday was asking, Chanchal, I think, your group was asking about artificial intelligence, right? And what to do about it. So I just remembered, so I will tell you because this is a question I've asked many times and I'm a lecturer, so I'm very against artificial intelligence, to be honest, as a mother, as a lecturer, because it is killing your ability to think. Post-COVID, when we came back, my students have become Google thinkers. जो पूछो तुरंत Google करने लगते हैं. This has become a problem. Which also, first you interact. You think, like if I ask them a question, do you think abortion should be legalized in Thailand? Now, this is a very valid question because there are a lot of illegal abortion centers. वो तुरंत Google करने लगते हैं. दूसरों का आंसर, दूसरों की thinking बताते हैं. I take away all the phones. They are with me till the end of the class and I give them phones to enhance their thinking. But पहले सोचो तो, we are in a very good age कि अब अगर हमें artificial intelligence सीखें, तो it is going to only enhance us. But when it comes to children, it is sometimes not really good. And also artificial intelligence will only tell you what it is fed. आपका unique जो thinking है, वो आप, you can use artificial intelligence because you cannot ignore it. So you should learn what is ChatGPT. You have to upgrade and upskill yourself. And artificial intelligence is here to stay. But it is only fed until 2021. Okay, and I have gone through it and I know what answers to get from it. But when it gives you the answer, you cannot rely on that answer. You need to put your own self and your own thinking to enhance it. So artificial intelligence will, I think, not enhance you, but you will enhance it. So you can use it. You cannot run away from it because somebody will be better than you if they're using that and using their own power to enhance it. So have I answered? Information है ना, न्यूज़पेपर में भी इंफॉर्मेशन है. आपके कंपनी के बारे में आप कहीं और पढ़ रहे हैं, कहीं और सुन रहे हैं, आपके इंटरनल गॉसिप हो रही है, डिपार्टमेंट में ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, तो आपकी एज अ लीडर ये ड्यूटी है कि आप वो इंफॉर्मेशन को यू सिंथेसाइज दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. नाउ I'm just again talking about my communication. I can speak for hours in English. My Hindi is not very good, but I love my mother tongue, so I'm getting an opportunity, so I'm going to use a lot of Hindi, right? So you synthesize information. Now what is information? When you go to address your team, you also know what is going around. Give them a summary of what is going around. Give them accurate information. It is your duty to give. टीम से बात कर रहे हैं, या तो उनको see communication is all about influence. मैं आज आपसे बात कर रही हूँ या सुबह से बख्शी जी बात कर रहे हैं या जान बात कर रहे हैं, वो क्या करना चाह रहे हैं? बात करके आपको प्रभावित करना चाह रहे हैं, आपको इन्फ्लुएंस करना चाह रहे हैं. You give them an example. What he does, he gives a target and he says, come on, let's repeat, and we are going to hit that target, and you all are a part of this story. This technique of communication is very long-lasting and very, very impactful. Also, as a communicator, you provoke people to think. You provoke people to think differently. जब तक आप out of the box नहीं सोचें, you will not think out of the box. You will not make your team members think out of the box. You are going to be stagnated. Indra Nooyi gave full freedom to her team. पेप्सी के अलावा कुछ और भी करो, तो बेक चिप्स आ गए, शुगर फ्री ड्रिंक्स आ गई. वो आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स थिंकिंग थी. विद इन द फ्रेम ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन शी मेड देम थिंक. सो दैट इज एक्सट्रीमली इम्पॉर्टेंट. Sharpen your communication. I am a person who is a brief communicator. I believe in today's time of reels, जब आपका attention इतना कम है, आप बहुत लंबा मत बोलें. जो बोलना है 5 मिनट में people जो आपका essence है, वो आप short time में बोल दीजिए, उसके बाद time pass करना है कीजिए. Like whenever I am invited at any platform to talk, whether to give a speech or whether I'm conducting a panel discussion, which I keep doing there, I am very brief. And for me, communication should be sharp, brief and accountable. और मैं जो बोल रही हूँ उसको बहुत authenticity से बोल रही हूँ. You being authentic is the essence of communication. आप fake हैं तो आपको वो दिखेगा. आप अपने आप में जितनी authenticity और simplicity लाएंगे, उतना sharp आपका communication होगा. Brief, authentic, simple. Next slide. Now, you didn't upgrade it. So, use very, very simple words to communicate. You cannot, you should communicate to express, not to impress. Today, if I'm a doctorate in English literature, and I am teaching business English to students who are studying English as a foreign language. मैं उनके सामने शशि थरूर बन के क्या करूँगी? कुछ नहीं. वो impress हो जाएंगे, but सीखेंगे कुछ नहीं, है ना? So what we need to be is, in most simple words, what you can communicate. Communication is done. When I speak, you understand. Communication happens. When I speak, you don't understand. It's a communication failure. So you have. Okay. So you have to use very short words, simple words. We should expedite our communication. Instead of that, say we should do this work faster. Humanize your data. जब आप data की भी बात कर रहे हैं, just don't talk about market. Talk about these many % cars people are buying. It's not just a market strategy. Strategy with number is nothing without a personal touch, without people. These are very important things when you start talking, when you start communicating. Personalize it. And of course your body language. अगर आप इस वक्त सब अपने घड़ी देखने लगे हो, आप अगर इस वक्त एक दूसरे को देखने लगे या कोई झपकी ले रहा हो, मेरी खुद की communication बहुत खराब हो जाएगी. Because I will see you're not interested, right? So you as a listener also have to have a good body language, and I as a communicator has to have a body language. If I don't look interested in what I'm doing, I will not make you feel interested to listen to me. When I walk into my class, I look very happy about teaching, and I'm not in teaching because it was a best option. I'm in teaching because I wanted to be in teaching. I started in advertising agency, and I realized corporate jobs are not for me. I don't enjoy. I enjoy this, and corporate training is fine. So I'm not an alien to corporate training because I do a lot of other work related from early on, from my Symbiosis days, clearly. Now, we will come to art of listening. All of us hear, but very few of us listen. People get so lost in listening, and nowadays, trust me, even with me, I have started practicing putting my phone away for a couple of hours because it is hampering my reading habits. Post-COVID, students are allowed to whole day ask us questions. This is mandatory in university, and trust me, it drives us crazy. So, students का भी art of listening खराब हो रहा है, हमारा भी हो रहा है. This is a constant work we need to do on ourselves. Many times, we are jumping to share without listening the whole thing. So I have to tell so many times to people, I have not completed, please let me complete. Before I talk about art of listening, for me, I am very respectful when somebody talks. Somehow, I get very upset when somebody is not listening because I feel it's disrespectful. I'll give you an example, and Mr. Bakshi was there. We were having a women-powered program where 8 ambassadors from different countries, women ambassadors were present in that room. Many dignitaries and few gentlemen were present who were invited, who were heads and prominent Indian people of various associations. And I was having a panel discussion with women from 6 countries. And one was a politician, I think 2 were ministers, they were women. Political participation of women is still a concern globally. And they were all very eminent people from UN. And what I just started the communication, पीछे चाय और पकौड़ी serve हुई. All the men, the Indian men, the heads of organization, वो पीछे चले गए, चाय पी रहे हैं और बतियाना शुरू कर दिया. यहाँ पे वो चल रहा है, the conversation is on. And all the 8 ambassadors were totally absorbed. So for 1 minute, 2 minutes, and this Dutch lady just started to, talk about, and, I couldn't resist myself. But extremely politely, I told them, for me, it was a matter of taking that decision, should I not? Because it was also the first time I was interacting with all of them. And then I decided, no, that's what fearless. If I know I'm right and they are wrong, they should be told. And I very politely told the men that, excuse me, all of you who are having your tea and biscuits, kindly leave the room, or please come and sit. Whatever is your decision, please remember, you've come here to listen to the voices of women. वो सारे डर के आके बैठ गए, and 8 women ambassadors started clapping from other countries. It made me feel very good. So sometimes,
both of us are witness to this.
They both were there. And I met a gentleman recently. I and my husband were in the lift, and he said that, hi, you're Dr. Bose? I said, yeah. He said, I am so-and-so, I don't want to name him. He was the only Indian who stood for elections in Thailand, and I am this one. And I said, so I also give it to those men who realized what they did was not right, and that is why they're able to talk about it. So some decisions need to be taken. I will also give you an example again about communication. When I was working, again, Mr. Bakshi is amazing, but very tough person to work. So when he would say things and I didn't agree, he's very intimidating. So 2 other people who are working would agree with me, but they would not dare to disagree with him. And I would be the one to say, no sir, I think this is wrong and I'm not agreeing to it. So he would be very surprised at that point of time, but somewhere he respected, and he's very democratic, and he realized I'm doing it for the betterment of the bigger picture. And he would say, but I was so surprised that everybody would nudge, ये बड़ी tough है. मतलब अगर मैंने कोई चीज़, ये कोई आदमी होता तो उसको कोई नहीं नज करके कहता ये बड़ा टफ है, बट अगर एक औरत ने चार्ज ले लिया तो ये डिस्पैरिटी थोड़ी सी अभी भी हम में है. So anyway, so this is something where decision about your own communication कि आपको ये बोलना चाहिए या नहीं. I walk in, 2 gentlemen who are important people, सूट टाई में खड़े थे. Oh, Dr. Manisha, come in. अच्छा, आपने साड़ी नहीं पहनी? इंडियन एम्बेसडर आएंगी, उनको बड़ा अच्छा लगेगा. I was in a jacket. So I said, आप दोनों ने भी धोती नहीं पहनी, वो आपको भी देखेंगी. अब मुझे क्या होता है, साड़ी में I love साड़ी, पर अगर मुझे यहाँ भागना है, वहाँ भागना है, मुझे साड़ी में क्वीन की तरह लगना होता है. तब मैं पहनती हूँ जब मुझे बाहर काम नहीं करना पड़े. जब मुझे खटना है, so instead of giving them a lecture that you should not be talking like that, I handled it with humor. Okay? तो उन्होंने हाथ जोड़ लिए. They were really surprised. अगर यही मेरे बॉस होते तो मैं झूठ बोल देती बड़े प्यार से. No sir, I have to work a lot today, but some other occasion I'm sure I'll wear a sari. Yes. You need to know where to talk. वो जी हुजूरी नहीं होती, वो politeness होती. Again, there is a very thin line between humor and sarcasm. Sarcasm बदतमीजी होती है, ठीक है? It is true. Sometimes people cross their line. किसी के साथ sarcastic होते हैं. वो ज़रूरत नहीं है. क्योंकि कभी-कभी sarcasm can become very mean. I think it's in bad taste. आप mean होके कोई communication करेंगे, वो बड़ी घटिया बात होगी. I believe in it, and I don't entertain sarcasm. I just faced it, as I told you. I have an advisory board. There are Western women, जो उन्हें भी खुश रखना है, right? मुझे उनकी ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि वो मेरा ही काम कर रही है, मेरे ही मूवमेंट का काम कर रही है. At the same time, I need to draw a very strict line. जो लक्ष्मण रेखा हमने कूट के भरी है ना, वो बहुत, मेरे में तो बहुत कूट के भरी है. So I just called up and I left her a personal message that yes, discuss democratically, we could disagree, but there is no place for sarcasm. Please avoid it. We have such an amazing relationship and you're so wonderful and you're so amazing and the kind of work you're doing, but please avoid sarcasm. ये तरीका बोलने का था जो मैंने उसको बोली, स्टॉप सरकाज़म नहीं है कम्युनिकेशन में, क्योंकि हर वक्त किरण जी की तरह हमारे पास पावर नहीं होता है, राइट? सो मेरे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, I mean I am rated, though I look intimidating for some reason, I'm rated as a very high teacher and my classes are full because वहाँ पे बच्चे जो सब्जी खरीदते हैं ना हमें चुनते हैं. It's very funny, but students look, your classes get filled as students register इस teacher के आगे जाना है इसके क्लास में कि नहीं. I am strict. Nobody crosses the line, but they don't mind being in my class because I give them very good feedback. क्योंकि feedback बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. But not saying you've written is bullshit. ये इतना copy कर रहे हो गधे. You can't do that, right? So I tell them you have done a very good job and it's a good research. But you know I want you in this. I want you. आप नहीं दिख रहे मुझे इसमें. उसे समझ में आ गया है कि मैंने बोल दिया कि तुमने कॉपी किया है. The next work comes back is very good. So you have to keep using that curved communication, slight diplomacy, but still you can speak what you want to speak. And it's because it's you. So this is the power of communication. आप अपनी communication को खुद powerful बना सकते हैं, you know, with your mind. Now, when you start, especially Mr. Bakshi will agree and Ajahn In will agree, especially when you're speaking and talking to people with other culture, बहुत बार misunderstanding हो सकती है. अपनी ही टीम के साथ misunderstanding हो सकती है. तो जब आप सुनते हैं, उसको rephrase कीजिए. कि आपने मुझसे पूछा is AI, should we use artificial intelligence? मान लीजिए, तो मैंने कहा, okay, so you want to know is artificial intelligence useful? And you should use it, rephrase it, ताकि उसे भी समझ में आ जाए क्या आप बोल रहे हैं, मुझे भी अच्छे से समझ में आए. She said, no ma'am, this was not my question. It is very, that's clarity. बिना सुने, बिना समझे, तड़ बोल रहे हो, doesn't take you anywhere. ना problem, समस्या का समाधान भी नहीं होता, time waste अलग होता है. तो अपने टीम मेंबर को within the team सुनिए. जो आपको सबसे ज़्यादा problematic team member लगता है, उससे दोस्ती करिए. जो आपको बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद है, try to make peace and harmony with him. Again, I will give you an example. I had a roommate. Now in university we get an office. हमें proper office मिलता है. In that office there is a partition and there are two people sitting. So there is this lady from Philippines. ये सब record हो रहा है. Okay, so this lady is from Philippines. Of course, I'm an Indian. So when I walked in, she never smiles. You know, it gives you such a bad vibe. मुझे लगता था इसकी problem क्या है? And for me, smile is the minimum communication you can do as a human being. ना कुत्ता smile नहीं कर सकता, बिल्ली smile नहीं कर सकती है, पर हम smile कर सकते हैं. I don't know, in reels आजकल मुझे कुत्ते भी दिख जाते हैं smile करते. तो हमारे पास सबसे सुंदर powerful चीज़ है एक मुस्कुराहट. तो क्यों मुँह बना के बैठो? You know, you just meet somebody in the lift. आपने एक बार मुस्कुरा दिया, बात खत्म. नहीं भी बात किया, आपने एक जो ये मैसेज दे रहे थे to spread love. सबसे see, I can't keep going and hugging men, isn't it? Culturally नहीं हो सकता. मुस्कुरा दीजिए. It's better than a hug. It's a genuine smile, right? So this smile takes you a long way. इसके मुंह से smile ही नहीं कभी नहीं दिखे. तो I asked people. She said, yeah, she's very strict, very rude, blah blah blah. One day she was coughing really badly, and I had some Indian herbal thing. I just went and I said, I think Mary, you should have this. This is very good. Thank you. I said, oh, thank you. मुझे मेरे दिल टूट गया. इतने rudely. But when she had it, she got better. Today, she's so happy, you know, to see me. When is your class? Okay, so what time will you come back? You know, that, I don't know उसका क्या हुआ, but मेरे मन में that thing that every morning I would see somebody and feel bad, I felt good. So many times आप जिसके साथ disharmonious हैं, बिना अपना ego रखे, create that harmony not for that person, for yourself, and it helps. It practically helps. So even in your teammate, a person who is not in harmony with you, get into better communication with that person. Try to understand that problem, क्योंकि उस person को भी अच्छा नहीं लग रहा हो. And it's all together. Change the slide. Self-reflection is so important in your communication. वो नहीं कहते थे मम्मी वगैरह बचपन में, बोलने से पहले सोच लिया करो, है ना? बोलने से पहले एक्चुअली सोच लिया करें कि आप क्या पूछना चाह रहे हैं और कैसे पूछना चाह रहे हैं. ट्रस्ट योर ओन सेल्फ. एंड ये आपसे कैसे आएगा? जब तक आप अच्छे क्वेश्चंस पूछते रहेंगे, आप अच्छा सोचते रहेंगे. There are times I was teaching in Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies. I was only 24 years old. The students were 22, 23. Now, I noticed the difference between India and Thailand. In India, many times, they were postgraduate students, they asked a question to know if you know the answer. Whether they want to know the answer, I was not sure. So I used to get there. I went there, मेरा सबसे बड़ा aim होता था, इनको मैं intimidate करूँ. इन्हें पता चले मैं कितनी smart हूँ. Because, I was also a kid. But in Thailand, it's the opposite. I want to make them feel very comfortable. तुम मुझसे कुछ भी पूछ सकते हो, so that they are not trying. And then I started handling those students with a bit of sarcasm. अगर उन्होंने foolish question पूछा तो मैं उनको बोलती थी, your question reflects on how you are, not how I am. वो समझ गए कि insult उनकी हो रही है. So I have used a lot of that kind of sarcasm. Like a student walks in my class at 9:30 for a 9 o'clock class. It says the traffic was very bad. So I said, yes dear, we all took a helicopter and we reached here. So वो सब class इसलिए लगती है. They also know what mistake they have done. So there are so many ways to handle even the worst of situations. Communication ही एक चीज है जो आपको इससे निकालेगा. Now, when you are talking, please do not do a monologue. Monologue का मतलब क्या है? आप ही चपड़ बोले जाते. Dialogue है जब आप सुने और बोले, सुनिए और बोले कि अच्छा, तभी आप भी समझ पाएंगे कि ये समझ पा रहे हैं कि आप क्या कह रहे हैं, है ना? Otherwise you will not know ये समझ पा रहे हैं कि नहीं. तो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है अपनी टीम के साथ to have regular dialogues. वो 5 मिनट की टीम मीटिंग, वो 10 मिनट की टीम मीटिंग बड़ी वैल्यूबल होती है. और एज अ लीडर उस 10 मिनट की मीटिंग को, अगर समस्या नहीं है, उसको 1 घंटे की मीटिंग मत कीजिए. एसेंस निकालिए, आपके हाथ में है. हमें ये 3 पॉइंट्स डिस्कस करने हैं, इसकी क्या सॉल्यूशंस हैं. टेल योर टीम टू कम विथ यू नॉट ओनली विथ प्रॉब्लम्स, but along with it come with solutions. I was coaching a CEO of one of the biggest companies in Thailand, and he was opening lots यहाँ जो खुला, ये Macro India, Macro Thailand, it's a very big chain. That CEO asked me that, Dr. Manisha, I have taken people from best places. उन्होंने बड़े चेन से recruit किया है, but I don't understand, they only come with me with problems. Am I paying them to listen only to the problems? They're not coming with any solution. जाइए समस्या के साथ 2-3 options ले जाइए कि ये ऐसे solve किया जा सकता है, वैसे solve किया जा सकता है. That we can do, right? So that is extremely important to be we-centered, not me-centered. And the last point that I want to say is, you should ask yourself 3 things. What I want my team to know, how I want them to know, and what action I want them to do. क्या होना चाहता हूँ, मैं क्या चाहता हूँ कि वो करें, चाहती हूँ कि वो करें, वो क्या एक्शन है इसका. Am I clear to you? आप लोगों के मन में कोई सवाल है, पूछ सकते हैं? नहीं पूछ रहे? अच्छा, अब आप 5 मिनट लीजिए, अपनी टीम के साथ डिस्कस करिए. हम सब ने सुना है इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में, राइट? What are your trigger points? कि आप कब इमोशनली थोड़े बिगड़ जाते हैं. क्या आप में इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस बहुत अच्छी है, नहीं अच्छी है? आई डोंट वांट टू नो इंडिविजुअली, बट आप लोग जस्ट डिस्कस टुगेदर. आप 1-2 पॉइंट्स बोलिए, आप 1-2 पॉइंट्स बोलिए, जस्ट डिस्कस. टेक 5 minutes and discuss with each other. ठीक है? You know that? What triggers you? Where do you think you're lacking emotional intelligence? See, आप सब अपनी जगहों पे बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं. आपको यहाँ चुन के भेजा गया है और आपको अपनी टेक्निकल सब चीज़ें पता है, पर आपको खुद स्वयं पता है इमोशनली आपको क्या इफेक्ट होता है, राइट? अगर मैंने किसी को कुछ कह दिया या आपको क्या चीज़ बुरा लग जाता है या आपको क्या लोग मिसअंडरस्टैंड कर लेते हैं. सो व्हाट आर थिंग्स वेयर यू आर स्ट्रगलिंग with your own emotional intelligence? Nobody is perfect. I'm also working on a lot of things on myself because we have to be, as even Kiran ji said, self-awareness बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो discuss करिए और ये just one of you can just make 2-3 points and just discuss.
Okay, please.
अगर आपके पास स्पिरिचुअल नहीं है तो आपके पास इमोशनल और आईक्यू दोनों नहीं होना. स्पिरिचुअल और ये
ये बहुत अच्छा है मैनेजिंग क्राइसिस.
तो सारी कम्युनिकेशन डिलीवरी में जो बनता है I'll kill you with a gun or I'll kill you a chocolate. अब दोनों kill you with a gun smile से बोलो I'll give you a chocolate उससे से बोलो तो वो बराबर ही हो जाता है. मुझे जो ट्रिगर करता है यूजुअली सिर्फ बाय और लाइक
टेक ग्रांडली आते हैं तो कोई कुछ रूल रेगुलेशन कम नहीं चलती है, तो कुछ लोग डिसिप्लिन को फॉलो नहीं करते. वो बेसिकली ऐसे करते हैं जो अलाउ नहीं. वो बेसिकली ट्रिगर करने लगता है कि यार ये चीज़ें करेंगे तो उस टाइम थोड़ा सा ठीक है काम में तो जो होगा कि यार काम कभी सही होगा कभी होता है वो मैटर नहीं, ठीक है उसको इम्प्रूव नहीं करते. लेकिन जब डिसिप्लिन नहीं आता तो
my organization, I mean, first my organization is a group of around
समझते नहीं है, जानते नहीं समझना चाहिए.
women. I was
वन और टू ही होते हैं.
what I am right now, लोग बोलते हैं अरे ये करा के दो यार, तुम करा के दे सकती हो और कोई नहीं करा के दे सकता. They have reached this level that they know कि अगर होगा ये काम तो आप नहीं करके दे सकती हो.
क्या ये राक्षस से आवाज नहीं होता कि कुंभकर्ण अपने बढ़िया जो उसके उसका कई बार सबके स्पीच लिए वगैरह करेंगे शेताइस की एवरी सैटरडे पुरुषों को हम जाएँ और पुरुषों को जिस थिंग की मेरा करना है एवरी सैटरडे उसका मैं नहीं भी करता रहूँगा बाद में नहीं करेंगे.
One of the triggering points when someone else steals credit. Someone else steals credit for the work that we have done. That is probably a triggering emotion for a lot of us. काम हमने सारा किया, so something बहुत अच्छा लगेगा उसके लिए. Some people are good at managing work, some are good at managing credits. So when such people we come across, generally it tends to trigger us. That was one point. Other one again very common to us probably when someone speaks to us rudely. Sometimes even if we don't know the background or we know the background what is happening in the सामने वाले के लाइफ में क्या चल रहा है पता नहीं है, बट आपको रूड बात करने का हक नहीं होता किसी के साथ. So when people talk to you rudely, it tends to trigger us. We are human beings, most people get triggered by that. एक point और है that sometimes what happens is people who are dealing with customers, आप हमेशा हो सकता है आप पुराने कस्टमर्स डील कर चुके हो बट आज आप उस रोल में नहीं हो. But customers may be calling you up and saying and emotionally blackmailing you. If you don't do this, problem हो जाएगा. Especially जो marketing में they face this a lot. And आप फिर ना चाहते हुए भी involve हो जाते हो और फिर उसके लिए गाली भी खाते हो बाद में. So those are situations which are sometimes beyond your control, but they tend to upset you. And one fourth point was that, and this personally upsets me actually, that when I go, I normally don't ask for help very easily. If I ask for help and someone turns me down, I tend to take it on myself that get out of my way. So that is not a good thing to do probably. It's slightly egoistic in nature, but that is what triggers it. So these were the points.
Please clap for him.
In corporate headquarters basically, the teams are very tough to deal with. तो वहाँ पर कभी आपके पास 4 लोगों की टीम है, कभी 15 लोगों की टीम है, कभी 30 लोगों की टीम है. The tough ones are the ones who have to say only, who have to only convey something that they
वो दिक्कत नहीं है वो होम करेगा फिर बोर्ड
but they will take at least 15 to 20 sentences to come around to the idea I just wanted to share with them. And then not everyone in the team is like this. Maybe 1 or 2 are such like, and they keep on getting the support from others. Because others also, everyone has some act to rhyme. But if one person starts speaking in that way and he knows that the boss is in trouble, he will okay,
good. Please clap.
Just to add on the trigger point, what I feel कि जो आपके team members होते हैं वो कई बार आपको provoke करते हैं, take you for granted. That is the trigger point where you have to be hard. And if you becomes hard, then they start chipping at the tea. अरे आपसे तो मेरे boss ने तो ऐसे. So there I find it difficult where how to manage the show. I would say that कोई बेवफा ऐसे ही नहीं होता, कुछ तो मजबूरियाँ रही होती.
Lying or when people are fake. So they are. He said when people are rude, nobody should be rude. So instead, a few of the people from my team, we are of this point of view that it's better to be rude on somebody's face than being rude from inside and then smiling on their faces. So we do not enjoy, especially me and I think Mukesh sir, we are very bad at it when people are faking, and we know it inside out that this person is not what he or she is pretending to be. So that's something which triggers us. Otherwise, indisciplined people, they are the ones which trigger some of the team members. And repetitive, जब कोई चीज़ करनी पड़ती है, you have to repetitively inform your subordinates about something. And going out of the context, Prashant sir says that when somebody has come to me for a certain, for a particular work, and we are discussing on that, and if they go out of context, so that triggers them. So these are the two things. Thank you.
Being from academic background, Abbas sir is my senior, he is the principal and I am the vice principal. Every day we have to face almost 30 to 50 faculties and almost 3,000 plus of students. Coming from various backgrounds, region, caste, creed, foreign students, we have almost 100 students are there. The thing I feel, and the research paper which I have already written, that emotional quotient is somewhere related to your intelligence quotient and spiritual quotient. If your spiritual quotient is high, automatically you will come to know that how you have to express your emotion and how to control your emotion. I will give you a very simple example. My son is in class 5th. There is a cat in our society which every day spills the garbage. One day or the other, a security guard threw a stick and his leg was broken with that cat. He took that cat, brought to house, and he was giving a bandage to that cat. Now when I asked him, "Ye tumne kahan se seekha?" So he said, "Yesterday I was seeing a documentary on TV, and from there I learned that this has to be done." So the thing is, if you are giving the good things, you will come to know that what actual is the emotion. So you will have to understand from where it is originating and where you have to apply it. So somewhere or at some point, you have to be spiritual when we are talking about emotion trigger or control the emotions. And the best part that we have got in our research, out of 1,000 samples of class 1 to 7 students, we have seen that Indian students of this particular age, when they are asked that whether you have some spiritual origin, whether you go to some church, whether you listen to someone or your grandfather or your mother, they'll get some good things. They said no. Only 13% of students we came to know that we go to temple, we go to church, we go to the masjid and so on, and we hear from where we get this idea that what is good and what is wrong. So this is the place where we'll come to know that how the emotion has to be triggered and controlled. Thank you.
In my organization, I have seen very high performers and lot many will get from our team or their star performers are there. But I will see the people who have high emotional intelligence have the ability to read the minds, they have empathy. And when I see working, we have a very open environment. We sit in a very open culture. My team is sitting in front of me. So I see a lot of people are shouting on the team members, and they do it very openly. And it happened to us also. We also shout to our team members. And recently, I will tell example 1 week back only. One of my colleagues, I told him that tomorrow he has to come on time at 9 o'clock because we have an audit and we have to get it done very safely, and we have to be present here. But somehow he texted me in the morning that I will not be available. So I was furious. Why you are not here? I told you earlier, we have planned this thing. And what he did, sir, I will be there in 2 hours. But I scolded him like anything. या मैंने कल से आपको बोला हुआ था, आप क्यों नहीं आए? खैर वो ऑडिट हुआ, बहुत पोलाइटली उसने हैंडल किया। शाम को जब हम जाने लगे, बोला सर आपने मुझसे एक बार पूछा कि मैं लेट क्यों हुआ? आपने मुझसे, आप मेरे फॉल्ट पकड़ लिया आपने, मेरे से एक बार तो पूछते थे मैं क्यों हुआ? एंड मैं शायद काम में इतना ज़्यादा बिजी हो गया था कि मैं उसको पहचान नहीं सका, उसको मैंने पूछा भी नहीं। इनफैक्ट मैंने उससे पूछा फिर बाद में क्या हुआ था, बोला नहीं सर। अब इस बात का कोई मतलब नहीं बनता, जब आपने मुझसे नहीं पूछा उस वक्त, तो अब इस बात का मतलब नहीं बनता कि आप आपको किस पॉइंट बातें। तो मेरे को ना ये रियलाइजेशन हुआ समटाइम्स, मेरे को बहुत मतलब आई गॉट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू, हम समझते हैं जो मारुति में लोग हैं कि सीनियर्स हमें प्रमोट करते हैं पाइपलाइंस में, तो आई एम रिसेंटली प्रमोटेड लास्ट ईयर ओनली। तो ये ट्रेड्स जो है ना हम लोगों को सीखने पड़ेंगे, और ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम सर ये जैसे सेशन हो रहा है, आज का सेशन हो रहा है, तो यू लर्न इट, बट दिस वॉज एन इफेक्टिव, आई लर्न अ लॉट कि एम्पैथी होना टीम में बहुत ज़रूरी है, सेल्फ अवेयरनेस होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। दैट इज़ नॉट देयर, आप अपनी टीम को साथ लेके नहीं चल सकते, उनको बॉन्ड नहीं कर सकते, ब्लेंडिंग नहीं हो सकते। तो दिस वॉज द इम्पॉर्टेंट लेसन विच आई गॉट। और हमें अपने टीम को एक अंडरस्टैंड करना है, एक बिजनेस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से समझना है, बट एक पर्सनल सेल्फ बना के दैट इज आई एम डिपार्टमेंट। एंड वो जाते थे ना, उनके बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट थी, जब वो शॉप फ्लोर पे जाते थे, मैं यूज्ड टू शॉप फ्लोर, तो एक वर्कर काम करता था ना, ही यूज्ड टू रिमेंबर हिज नेम। आप अभी भी किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, पुरानी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में चले जाइएगा, तो सिद्दीकी सर बोलते हैं ही वाज अ पर्सन हु विल रिमेंबर आवर नेम, या अमरजीत आज काम कैसा चल रहा है, तो वो नाम जो याद रखते हैं ना, वो टच जो बना के रखते हैं,
वही पर्सनल
आई एम 10 years।
तो आपको कितने साल होने वाले?
नहीं, मेरे को 10 years हो
गए। मारुति का तो है ना,
Yes,
आपका
20 sir।
20 years, wow.
Never replace human touch.
You have never attended my program.
No, no.
You have attended 10 years back.
But I heard your program. हमारे सब लोग रिटायर हो गए हैं, and they still remember it.
Right. I just want to help some of your retired people to do something different through the Roadmap to Success program. When they were at the stage of retiring, I have given them some of the tips, and there was no commercial dealing between me and them. It was only personal dealing. And they work today. Some have ancillaries also today. And they are not even engineering graduates and diploma holders. They are only ITIs or not even ITIs, and they made a big name in Japan, in Suzuki, with their knowledge, skills and attitude. And they are not even ITIs. They are ordinary, maybe 10 plus 2. There are multiple names I can share with you. All the best. Good luck.
So all of you, when you retire,
Keep helping retired people.
okay, so now let's get back to emotional intelligence. All of you said these points which are brilliant, and these are related to emotions. You are learning every day with your mistakes, like as he learned that कोई लेट आ जाता है, हम सोचते नहीं है कि क्यों लेट आया है, हम सीधे उसको बोल देते हैं तुम लेट आए. So many people today walked in late. We don't know what they were doing. Sir was also expressing his unhappiness कि अभी तक लोग पहुँचे नहीं हैं, but उन्हें नहीं पता वो कितना स्ट्रगल करके यहाँ तक आए हैं दिल्ली की ट्रैफिक में. right? So we do lose our cool many times, and our own emotional intelligence need to be put in check every day. Now, what happened with me is, I had 2 days ago, 1 day ago, or 2 days ago, Harsh, 6:30 in the morning when I landed, I asked him to update a slide where I wanted to give you some example. I looked, the slide was not updated. So instead of getting angry at Harsh, because he's a sweetheart, so no point in getting angry, I said, Harsh, बहुत सुबह भेज दिया था, तुमने नींद में बोल दिया तुम कर चुके हो. Now Harsh felt very bad, but I didn't need to scold him. और ऐसा कोई पहाड़ भी नहीं टूट पड़ा, right? Because I'm not dependent on this. This is to keep me brief and to the point. This is not making me talk what I know, right? So even when you're giving a presentation, don't be, this depends on you, work clicks. You're not depending on this, okay? So these are the 4 things, they are the 4 core competencies that you should know in emotional intelligence. Self-awareness. यदि आप aware ही नहीं होंगे तो आप manage कैसे करेंगे? Self-management. Social awareness and relationship management. Very quickly, I will take you through these 4 things. Harsh, can you change the slide? Now, this is something, आज आप लोगों ने अपने आप को evaluate किया इस exercise में कि आपको गुस्सा क्यों आता है ना? एल्बर्ट पिंटो को गुस्सा क्यों आता है? तो there was a movie. So, why these triggers happen? 99% of the time, आप दूसरों को नहीं सुधार सकते हैं, आप अपने triggers को control कर सकते हैं. When we talk, as he spoke now about spiritual, emotional intelligence is nothing but spiritual intelligence. आज ये गोल्डमैन ने 20 साल पहले ये वर्ड नहीं पॉपुलराइज किया है. हमारी पूरी spirituality is about your self-awareness. It is about, and again, it's not only about Hindu spirituality, all the religions. वो तो सिर्फ आपको एक way of life बताता है. मुझे अपना पता है क्योंकि मैं एक हिंदू हूँ. बट जो बाकी जो हिंदू नहीं हैं, उनकी भी किताब, उनको कैसे रहना है, उनको कैसे बिहेव करना है, उनका माइंड कैसे अपना सुधारना है, वो बताते हैं. So spirituality is about self-improvement. It is not whether a person can be absolutely non-spiritual even if he or she goes to masjid or mandir. अगर उसमें वो सुधार ही नहीं आ रहा है, right? So spirituality has a very, very deep meaning, and I don't want to sound like a guru ma, but I'm just going to take you through a few things, okay? So consider again, जैसे I had a problem when I was interviewed. Somebody told me, तुम अपने इंटरव्यू में हर वक्त बाल क्यों छूते रहते हो? ये मेरी बहुत गंदी आदत थी. Immediately I became in denial. I said, बड़े अजीब है, ऐसे कैसे कह सकते? मैं तो बिल्कुल नहीं छूती हूँ. I told my husband. He said, हाँ, he's right. Okay, and the person was him who told me.
I sent him videos.
So he sent me the video, and I was like, यार कितना अच्छा, मुझे realize ही नहीं हुआ कि मैं हर वक्त अपने ना बाल ऐसे छूती रहती थी. And that's why in all important places I tie my hair up. I don't keep my hair down. Today experiment मैंने किया because I think I look better with open hair. But for me it's not important to look better, but to sound better. So when I'm taking sessions, when I'm talking in gatherings where there are ministry people or there are ambassadors, I want to sound good, not look good. Of course, to look presentable is very important. क्योंकि आप, मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है अगर आप लोग भंगी बन के आ जाएंगे, मुझे भी नहीं अच्छा लगेगा. मैं भंगी बन के आ जाऊंगी, आपको नहीं अच्छा लगेगा, right? So that is important, but important is to sound good. वो जो लोग बोलते हैं, जैसे अभी आपने कहा कि ऐसे, अभी आपने लोगों के बारे में बताया, आप भी लोगों को ट्रिगर करते होंगे. ऐसा असंभव है कि आप नहीं करते. Now I am again a fearless person, which I didn't realize. आप अपने बारे में तभी जानते हैं जब आप दूसरों से इंटरैक्ट करते हैं ना. अगर आके मुझे यहाँ मेरे साथ कोई बदतमीजी करे, मेरा तुरंत हाथ उठ जाएगा. This is inbuilt because my हाथ उठ जाएगा. किसी ने आके मुझे बुरे ढंग से टच किया, unappropriately, मेरा हाथ उठ जाएगा, सीधे एक चमाट पड़ेगा. ठीक है? हाँ, बिल्कुल. So this is now this is my replies. My children, my daughter's 22. She is my best friend. I think when I talk to my daughter, I don't need to talk for anybody for a week because she and I are friends and I have grown with her. My son is 14 and a half and he doesn't care about me because I don't talk football. So we are in a different rapport. So I pretend I like football. So, you know, that's what it is. Now, this is in my nature. So, मैं अगर नहीं भी ये कहूँ कि मैं थप्पड़ मार दूँगी, वो मुझ में दिखता है. You don't mess with this woman. Right? I'm polite. मैंने I think किसी के साथ ना कुछ बदतमीजी से बोला ना किया, लेकिन I carry that energy with me. I am there for you, but don't mess with me. And that can be whoever. It does not matter because I'm right. It is my right to protect myself, and I will stand up and do it for another woman also. I've done it many times. When a woman has coined, which is called, his name is Pavan Kumar Mishra, and he's written a book called Living Hanuman. He has coined a word called, sir, someone laughs every time I quote this. It is called a learned response. आपको काफी चीजों में response सीखना होगा. I cannot be मुफत. I should not be मुफत. तो मुझे ये सीखना पड़ता है कि okay, you're good to be straightforward, but to say it in a nicer way, to say it in a more good way. So मैं भी रोज सीख रही हूँ, right? मैं मेरे क्लासरूम में 5 people and their culture. So self awareness अपने आप सबको पता है आपके trigger points, right? Now next slide. अगर आपको ये trigger points पता है, तो आप अपना emotion manage करेंगे. अगर आपको पता है कि somebody talks rudely, बहुत बार मन होता है ना अर्नब गोस्वामी बनने का और कहने का shut up and listen to me. वो नहीं हो सकता है ना, हम नहीं कर सकते. वो बड़ा दिल करता है बड़ी मीटिंग में cut the crap, इसके लिए मीटिंग बुलाई है, नहीं कर सकते. अपना response सुधारिए. Like if you are given asked a feedback, you could just say I could be shorter. No, you only have the control. आप ना आपका वाइफ पे कंट्रोल है ना आपका बच्चों पे कंट्रोल है, आपका अपने रिएक्शन में कंट्रोल है. I never raised my hands on my children because I was very clear बच्चों को नहीं मारना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है थप्पड़ नहीं खाए हैं. मुझे तो आज तक लगता है मम्मी इतनी प्यारी बच्ची को थप्पड़ मार देती थी. I never did anything, but she was so strict. So I ensured that my children should not be. There were a lot of things that my father was so strict. I ensured, and I love my father. Whatever I am today is because of him. But there were many good things I took from my father, 90%, but 10% to be unnecessarily strict. Even after I got married, I had 2 children, I would complain to my daughter, Papa is not letting me go out for dinner in the evening. After my marriage, when I come to visit in Mumbai, he was that strict. मैं बदतमीजी करके चली जाती, वो क्या करते, फिर वो मेरा respect था.
But you said you had a long marriage.
Yes. So I will come to that. So I was, yes.
My father is strict.
So my father was extremely strict, and the only man who proposed me, I fell in love with Samrat. Papa started showing me boys. He asked me, "Beta, तुम्हें कोई पसंद है?" I said, "नहीं पापा." मतलब हमें ऐसे ही पाला गया था कि तुम्हारी शादी अरेंज मैरिज होगी. फिर मैंने 1-2 लड़के देखे, तो मुझे लगा known devil is better than the unknown. तो ये दिल के साथ दिमाग को यूज किया. And Samrat is an amazing guy, you know that. And then I said, I convinced my father. My both grandparents supported me. You know, I convinced my father. So, and they all helped me. That yeah, family is good, everything is good. So again, that strict father doesn't mean you're not allowed to have feelings, right? Got it, sir? Yeah. Okay. So, response to reaction is a journey. Many people have seen my triggers also. Like, even if you noticed, I don't allow him to talk when I'm talking, right? It's his program. He's the program director. I love and respect him, to be very honest. Otherwise, I wouldn't care to work with him. I genuinely do. But what are my chain of thoughts I cannot break. There is something that I have come to say and I'm sharing it with you. Okay, you can change. It's not only important as a leader कि आपकी टीम ही आपको जाने, आप भी अपनी टीम को जाने. You should also know your team. Who is the person who gets angry? कौन है जो ट्रिगर कर सकता है. You said right that there are people who trigger in your team. इतनी स्मार्टनेस आप में होनी चाहिए कि आपको अपनी टीम में पता होना चाहिए ये बदमाश आदमी कौन है. उस बदमाश को के साथ डील करो, बदमाशी से नहीं, लॉजिक से. You know, being intelligent and wise is not being चालू. So I work with people with different egos. I work with women with different egos. I handle them accordingly. कि यहाँ पे इनके साथ क्या करना है, कैसे डील करना है. There are women, I'm a woman, but I know there are many women who are working women when I'm dealing with them and they look down upon homemakers. I ensure that this doesn't happen. Homemakers do so much. I'm also a homemaker. I'm not only a lecturer. And it takes a lot of thankless job to do at home. So you have to handle it and give that importance. तो जो आपके टीम में बदमाश है ना, उसको और अच्छे से पहचानिए. Spend time on that बदमाश person. Secondly, when you're not given credit, it's hurting you. Voice it somewhere where you can. जरूर organization में ऐसे मौके मिलेंगे जब आप वो voice it. There is nothing wrong. अगर वो आपको चीज़ इतनी bother कर रही है, voice it out. अगर मैं इनको बोलूँ कि सर मुझे ना ये चीज़ I think सर ये मत कीजिए, तो इन्हें पता चलेगा इसने ड्राइंग ड्रॉ कर दी, मैं बोलूँ ही नहीं और ये करते रहे और मैं कुड़ती रहूँ, तो क्या फायदा है. मेरा तो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस जीरो हो जाएगा और मैं फालतू में मिस हो जाऊंगी. राइट. सो बहुत चीज़ें हैं. सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, everything that you said, it can be solved, and even if it cannot be solved, you solve it in yourself. One thing that again, my thoughts, my thinking is different, but what sir says is amazing, that yes, शादी कर लो नौकरी से, blah 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 blah. I agree, but have a little detachment. अगर आपको इमोशनली बैलेंस रहना है, आज मान लीजिए आप लोगों को मैं बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आई और आपने मुझे फुसफुसा दिया और इनको वो भी बोल दिया, आप डायरेक्ट हैं, शी वाज रबिश, ही ऑल्सो टेल्स मी, अनीशा बहुत ही बेकार तुमने काम किया. दिस विल नॉट, मुझे थोड़ा सा दुख होगा and I'll forget about it. I am not so attached कि मैं बाकी चीज़ें अपना अस्तित्व भूल जाऊँ. मेरी पढ़ाई लिखाई, मेरा बाकी एक्सपीरियंस, मेरी अपब्रिंगिंग.
But you are brilliant.
No.
She's brilliant, am I right?
So emotional control रखिए. So you know what happens is, even you're married to your job, एक थोड़ी सी डिटैचमेंट रखना बहुत जरूरी है. आपके टीम मेंबर्स के साथ भी थोड़ी सी I believe in detachment. अगर मेरी नौकरी मुझे नहीं डिफाइन करती है, I am as a mother, as a wife, everything, of course, financial independence है. तो अगर financial independence के लिए मैं काम कर रही हूँ, तो ये सब छोड़ो, काम करते रहो, right? दुखी होना छोड़ो, बहुत दुखी हो रहे हो, निकलो. This is how you handle. आजकल क्या होता है, लोग मतलब अपनी फैमिली लाइफ छोड़ दे रहे हैं, पूरे घुसे हुए अपने इमोशंस के साथ नौकरी पे. I don't agree. शादी कर लो, एंगेज हो जाओ, उससे सब करो, सब अपनी ड्यूटी करो, do your best, put your best effort, and after that genuinely be detached to it, because it's not in your hands, right? It's not in your hands. तो जो आपके हाथ में उसको करिए. Go have a good time with your wife, sit and have a cup of coffee with her. At least she's there to listen to you. नहीं भी सुन रही है, आप पे गुस्सा भी कर रही है, तो प्यार ही से कर रही है, right? तो वो चीज़ को definitely रखना है. फैमिली आपकी एंकरिंग है, नौकरी आज है नहीं है. आपने 30 साल भी दे दिए हैं, इट्स जस्ट अ जॉब, एंड डू इट विद फुल ओनरशिप. आई एम नॉट सेइंग डू इट अगेंस्ट एवरीथिंग दैट आई वाज ओनली स्टैंडिंग देयर एंड टॉकिंग अबाउट नर्चरिंग. वो सब कीजिए. डोंट यू थिंक, आपको भी पता है आपके बच्चे बड़े हो जाएंगे, दे विल फ्लाई आउट, राइट? लेकिन आप प्यार से उनको पाल रहे हैं, बट कहीं पे मन में एक आपने उनको डिटैचमेंट भी रखी है, और आपको भी पता है ज़्यादा अटैचमेंट करेंगे तो आप ही रोएंगे, राइट? नौकरी को भी वैसे ही ट्रीट करिए. इट्स फाइन, इट्स देयर, इट्स नॉट ऑल ऑफ यू. सो आई डोंट बिलीव इन दैट काइंड ऑफ पैशन. हैव पैशन फॉर लाइफ. मस्त रहिए, जॉयसनेस. नाउ गौतम बुद्धा सुना है ना? सो उन्होंने जब बुद्धिज्म लिखा, उन्होंने वेदों का जो 4 ब्रह्म विहार लिया. एज आई सेड, no intention of being a guru ma, but this is a philosophy. When, if you see, our philosophy is of joyousness, not of suffering. But there is one thing he took from Vedic literature. जॉयनेस कि आप मस्त रहें, जॉयस रहें, और उपेक्षा इक्वल. जस्ट आई फील डोंट लूज योर बैलेंस विद योर जॉब. आप अपनी दुर्गा पूजा भी इंजॉय करिए, वाइफ के साथ भी इंजॉय करिए, नौकरी भी है उसको तो आप 100% दे ही रहे हैं. आज के दिन में असंभव है कि आप नौकरी पे टिक सकते हैं अगर आपने आप वेरी वेरी बिजी. बट दैट डजंट मीन that is only thing that's defining me. Nothing is stopping me. Like if somebody likes music, somebody likes cricket, कुछ मत छोड़िए, अपने तरीके से उसमें जुटे रहिए. नौकरी के लिए मर मत मिटिए. You know, कोई कितना भी आपको बोले, he's laughing at me because he's or maybe he doesn't agree with me. But I am telling you, for your emotional balance, please have some other passion as well. You are missing out on sitting with your son and watching cricket. Do it. घर जाके भी आपको काम करना पड़े, मरिए करिए, एक डिटैचमेंट के साथ. तो ये जो 4 चीजें मैंने आपको बताया है ना, फ्रेंडलीनेस, विच इज कॉल्ड मैत्री विद सेल्फ एंड अदर्स. ये सिर्फ अपने आप से बहुत प्यार करना बहुत जरूरी है. I love myself, but I'm not selfish, right? I love myself. I have preserved myself. मैंने कुछ अनएथिकल काम नहीं किया है, मैंने कुछ बुरा नहीं किया है, मैं किसी के साथ बुरा करती नहीं हूँ. जो मुझसे जुड़ता है मैं कोशिश करती हूँ मैं उसकी मदद करूँ. दिस एम्पावर्स मी. हेल्पिंग पीपल विल एम्पावर यू. उसको पावर आप किसी से भी डिसहार्मनी हो रही है, शट मूव अवे. उसका बुरा मत करके, मूव अवे. क्योंकि आपको अपने आप को प्रिजर्व करना है, आपको अपने आप से दोस्ती पहली निभानी है. आप अपने अच्छे दोस्त होंगे, पूरा परिवार खुश रहेगा, पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन खुश रहेगी, पूरी टीम खुश रहेगी. तो मैत्री विद सेल्फ एंड अदर्स, अनंत मैत्री, सबको अनंत करना है. सेकंड, करुणा, एम्पैथी. यू ऑल नो एम्पैथी इज समथिंग जो हमें भक्ति, हर रिलीजन में ये सिखाती है. भक्ति कम्स फ्रॉम अ फेमिनिस्ट सेंटर्ड हार्ट. आप दूसरों के साथ वो एम्पैथी रखिए, और हमारे देश में ये बहुत ज़्यादा एम्पैथी है. कोविड में भी देख लिया, आप जानते भी नहीं थे लोग मेरे माँ बाप यहाँ कोविड में थे, मैं थाईलैंड में थी, मेरी बहन, हम 2 बहनें हैं, वो अमेरिका में थी. लकीली उस वक्त मम्मी पापा को कुछ हुआ नहीं. तो इकोसिस्टम बिल्डिंग में मेरी मम्मी एट हर एज वुड कुक एंड गिव इट टू अ नेबर जिनके यहाँ पे वो कोविड हो रहा था. तो मुझे इतना अच्छा लगता था ये सुन के. दिस इज व्हाट इज द ब्यूटी. एंड आई फील ये सब चीज़ों में ना हम सबका बिना जाने क्वेश्चन बहुत हाई है. ओके. थर्ड इज जॉयफुलनेस, विच इज मुदिता. आनंद में रहो, मस्त रहो. और ये आप खुद, योर वाइफ इज फाइटिंग, स्टिल बी मस्त. माई हस्बैंड हैज नो टाइम, स्टिल बी मस्त. यू हैव टाइम, राइट? एंड यू फील गुड कि अभी भी आप डिजायर कर रहे हैं कि आपका हस्बैंड आपको टाइम दे. मतलब आपको अभी भी उनसे अटैचमेंट है. तो अगर आपकी वाइफ झगड़ रही है क्या, तुम तो टाइम ही नहीं देते हो, फील प्राउड एंड गुड कि somebody is asking your time, not only for money the way they ask in office, but in real life also, right? So हर चीज में मस्त रहिए. That is very important. जैसे I told, even if you don't like me, that will not make me a bad person, क्योंकि मैं अपने आप से दिल से खुश हूँ. This is, and हम सब जब हम अपने आप से दिल से खुश रहेंगे ना, दूसरों के अवगुणों से actually detachment हो जाएगा. You solve it and you're over. Third thing is, fourth thing, we said mudita and upeksha is equanimity. Equal रहिए, मतलब बैलेंस रहिए, मिडिल पाथ. ना किसी से नफरत, ना अति प्यार. अति प्यार करेंगे, अति अटैच टीम मेंबर से होंगे, जैसे आप अभी कह रहे थे, आप ही को दुख होगा. I genuinely believe in certain amount of detachment, and वो डिटैचमेंट आपके हस्बैंड को, आपके बच्चों को फ्रीडम देगा, आपको अपने आप से फ्रीडम देगा, अपने दुखों से बचाएगा. अपनी टीम से डिटैचमेंट रखें. आपकी टीम इम्पॉर्टेंट है, वो इम्पॉर्टेंट है, इसीलिए आप थोड़े डिटैच रहिए. बी देयर फॉर देम, डू व्हाटएवर यू कैन फॉर देम. वो सब चीज़ जो आपने सीखी है वो सब इम्प्लीमेंट करिए, लेकिन थोड़ा सा डिटैचमेंट के साथ. एंड पीछे आगे चलिए. रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट, ये आपके हाथ में है. पगलाइए मत किसी के लिए. नोबडी. इवन अति भक्ति भी इज ऑब्स्टिकल इन स्पिरिचुअलिज्म. अति भक्ति मतलब कोई नहीं भगवान की पागलों की तरह भक्ति करने लगता है, वो भी कभी स्पिरिचुअलिटी में ऑब्स्टिकल होता है, क्योंकि आप वो दैट इज ऑल्सो एन ऑब्स्टिकल, आप अपने आप को केज कर रहे हैं. फ्री योर सोल एंड ट्रस्ट मी दिस कैन हैपन. आपको ये जो मैं सारी चीज़ें बता रही हूँ ना, ये जब आपका माइंड फ्री होगा, आपकी सोल फ्री होगी, आपका सब कुछ ठीक से मैनेज हो जाएगा. और हम सब में, हम इंडियंस में बहुत हाई क्वेश्चन इसलिए भी है, हम अभी भी अपने परिवार से अटैच्ड हैं, हम अभी भी चाचा और मामाओं की बच्चों की शादियों में जाते हैं, हमें अभी भी ये सब वैल्यूज़ हैं कि ससुराल में जो हो रहा है वो मेरी फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी है. और हमारी मम्मी भी डंडा मारेंगी, बेटे पहले ससुराल का प्रायोरिटी कर लो, फिर आ जाना हमारे पास. वी आर वेरी 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 फॉर्चुनेट कि ये हम सब में ये कल्चर इंग्रेन्ड है. हम इसे खोते जा रहे हैं क्योंकि हम अपना दिमाग खराब कर रहे हैं, हम अपनी इंडिविजुअलिटी सिर्फ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ जोड़ रहे हैं. I am not contradicting what I said yesterday, but I am trying to enhance your own power even within the organization, because वो आपको organization में भी बहुत help करेगा. ये जो मैं कह रही हूँ, and sometimes you know when I talk about emotional intelligence, I start feeling I'm really not trying to be guru माँ, मैं ये सब अपने experience से बोल रही हूँ. Today I'm doing so many things because I'm detached. इसमें से एक चीज भी चली जाएगी, मेरा अस्तित्व नहीं खत्म होगा. My existence is beyond all this, and trust me, आप सबका भी. I also need money. I have to educate my son. बहुत हम बहुत unfortunate हैं कि थाईलैंड में हम चले गए 20 साल से. हमें अपने बच्चों को we have to teach them, we have to send them abroad. We need more money because they can't come and fit in here. Okay, now the last one. मैंने टूल लिखा है और अंदर मैंने एस डाला है. टूल्स ये सब एक ही चीज है. यू वोंट बिलीव इट, आई वॉज अ पर्सन, मैं बाय नेचर बहुत आई वॉज दिस वेरी चंचल पर्सन, लाइक व्हाट योर नेम इज, राइट. आई वुड सिट टू मेडिटेट और तभी सब काम याद आ जाता है. बट ट्रस्ट मी, wherever you are from, this has nothing to do with religion. This is to do with yourself, your connection with yourself. आज के दिन में 10-15 मिनट बैठना, अगर आप सीख जाएंगे आंख बंद करके, let the thoughts of your company come, let the shakal of your boss come, let the shakal of your team members come, let your wife's complaints come, let your husband's complaints come. So all those thoughts will come, but be at it, attend to it, let it go. Today I feel very proud. I can meditate for 50-55 minutes, and there are times, ये overnight नहीं हुआ है, ये 10-15 मिनट बैठते and it has given, I have started mindfulness meditation. ये सब एक ही चीज़ है. मेरे एक्सपीरियंस से आप कोई भी मेडिटेशन सीखिए, जब आप बैठेंगे you will not guide your meditation. After a point, your meditation will guide you. जैसे मैंने हार्टफुलनेस मेडिटेशन मैंने सीखा, मैंने सुदर्शन क्रिया सीखा. I found my calling in breath awareness, right? My breath awareness started with my meditation. तो आप जो भी सीखे रहेंगे, जब आप अपने साथ एकांत में बैठेंगे धीरे धीरे, ये आपको खुद आपका मेडिटेशन आपको गाइड करेगा. ट्रस्ट मी फ्रेंड्स, डू इट. ये करना शुरू कीजिए, आप खुद देखेंगे आपके अंदर असली ऊर्जा आएगी. फेक ऊर्जा नहीं आएगी कि मैं एनर्जी दे रही हूँ सबको, नहीं. आप अपने अंदर के ऑथेंटिक होते जाएंगे कि आप में ऊर्जा हर चीज के प्रति बढ़ जाएगी. साइलेंस,
माइंडफुलनेस को थोड़ा मैडम आप अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू.
माइंडफुलनेस इज ओनली अवेयरनेस, साइलेंस, मेडिटेशन. आप मेडिटेशन कर ही नहीं सकते माइंडफुलनेस के बजाय. ये बड़ा आजकल ट्रेंडी वर्ड चला है. अवेयरनेस इज माइंडफुलनेस. आप कोई भी स्पिरिचुअल काम करेंगे उसको माइंडफुली करिए. मैं इनसे बात करूंगी, वो भी मुझे माइंडफुली करना चाहिए कि मैं इनको हर्ट ना करूं, मैं इनसे बदतमीजी ना करूं, है ना. बी माइंडफुल. अपना दिमाग में, अच्छा ये बोलने की बात है, हार्ट, सब इमोशन माइंड से ही आते हैं, राइट. ये तो हम हार्ट को ऐसे बना के सुंदर बना देते हैं, बट ये सब साइलेंसिंग ऑफ द माइंड होता है. हम जब वो एक वर्ड है ना कि यू ब्लॉसम, हम एक चित्त प्रसारण में पहुंचते हैं, वो हम दिमाग से पहुंचते हैं. तो आप जब मेडिटेट करेंगे तो आप माइंडफुली हो जाएंगे कि आप मैं मेडिटेट करने बैठा हूँ, ये मेरा एम है। आपको अगर आप कोई भी धर्म के हैं, आप अपने इष्ट को याद कीजिए, अल्लाह को याद कीजिए, भगवान को याद कीजिए, आँख बंद करिए, क्योंकि आप अपने अंदर जा रहे हैं, आपके अंदर आपके भगवान का रूप है ना। सो यू आर माइंडफुल दैट यू आर डूइंग दिस। हर एक चीज़ करिए, माइंडफुली करिए, वो भी मेडिटेशन हो जाएगा। जो आप माइंडफुली काम भी करेंगे ना, दैट इज ऑल्सो काइंड ऑफ मेडिटेशन। बट दिस साइलेंसिंग ऑफ योर माइंड, व्हेन यू गिव योर वरीज, where you surrender to whoever you believe, whatever faith you are from, you surrender it to the universe. Ishwar, it's with you, I am here, and you will just see a cleansing. एक ना सफाई हो जाएगी आपकी, और ये एक दिन में नहीं आएगा। आज सेशन अटेंड किया, कल माइंडफुल में सब आ गया, कुछ नहीं होगा। ये आप करिए और देखिए बहुत सारे मेडिटेशन आजकल बिक रहे हैं। Do it, करिए, क्योंकि जब आप वो सीखेंगे एक बार, आपको अपना मेडिटेशन खुद मिल जाएगा। सो दीज आर द टूल्स। अच्छा, एक और चीज है साइलेंस। पता है, साइलेंस की प्रैक्टिस इज समथिंग विच वी नीड टू डू। अब साइलेंस का, मेरे एक मित्र हैं जो स्पिरिचुअल हीलर हैं और बहुत कुछ कहते हैं, वो सारा वक्त व्हाट्सएप करते रहते हैं कि हमें बड़े बड़े मैसेजेस लिखते हैं, वी शुड बी साइलेंट। बड़े बड़े मैसेजेस आते रहेंगे गुरु जी के, यू शुड बी साइलेंट। तो मैं साइड में आई समटाइम राइट, आई वाज इन अ पार्ट ऑफ द ग्रुप जस्ट ऐसे, मैं कहा पहले तू तो बंद हो। यू नो द पॉइंट इज साइलेंस मीन्स फोन रखिए। आजकल हम पगला गए हैं, जैसे अगर देखें फोन नहीं है, यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग रेस्टलेस। यू नो फॉर मी, आई कैन नॉट बी, मैं इवन इन द सेशन आई सॉ द फोन बिकॉज आई वुड एज अ मदर, मुझे लगता है बस बच्चे मुझे रीच आउट ना कर रहे हैं, बस मेरा एक वो सबसे बड़ा फियर होता है। सम्राट को, मेरे हस्बैंड हैज हिज नंबर, दे आर क्वाइट क्लोज, लाइक दे टॉक, सो वो उसको फ़ोन कर लेगा। मेरे दोनों बच्चे, अगर उनको कुछ चाहिए, टाइमिंग्स भी अलग है मेरी बेटी के, तो बस आई जस्ट बी, बच्चों का मैसेज नहीं आया, छोड़ दो। संडेज आई टेल माई डॉटर, वो उठती है एक पॉइंट के बाद, आई हैव डिसाइडेड नो यूजिंग फ़ोन। आप अपने दोपहर 3 बजे तक, चाहे रिश्तेदारों कुछ नहीं, इंटरैक्ट। एंड माई डॉटर मेड मी कॉन्शियस हो जा, छोटी, शी इज़ नॉट दैट यंग, बट व्हेन इवन 16-17, हम अगर डिनर पे जा रहे हैं, चारों को कहती सब अपने फ़ोन यहाँ रखेंगे, सारे चारों फ़ोन वहाँ रखेंगे, एंड वी सिट एंड वी टॉक। शी वुड डिमांड दैट बिकॉज माई हस्बैंड कभी ऑफिस का फ़ोन में करने लगते, यू नो दिस हैपन्स। तो ये साइलेंसिंग ऑफ द माइंड, ये एक्सरसाइज भी आप लोग कोशिश करिए शुरू करने की, ठीक है। उस दिन अपनी टीम को, उनको पता होना चाहिए कि वेयर यू नो यू शुड ड्रॉ द लाइन। सो दिस इज ऑल दैट आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस। प्लीज़ कोई क्वेश्चन है पर्सनली भी मुझसे पूछिए, मैं अगर बाहर भी पूछिए, आई वुड जस्ट लव टू आंसर ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस। सो अगर यदि है तो पूछिएगा कम्युनिकेशन पे या इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस पे, when you're having your lunch.
Wonderful. I think I got a lot of clarity. I am known as Mr. Communicator, so my communication style is fine. But on emotional intelligence, a lot of beautiful. Am I right?
Absolutely. And I think, you know, if I may, with your permission, of course, combine your message and her message, I'm going to coin a new term called detached involvement.
Detached attachment. There is a term called detached attachment.
Yes. So you're totally involved, but at the same time you are you are detached from the outcome. That's up to God. जो भगवान करता है ठीक है. I do my very best. Between it all we go. Yes. Okay.
I request Abhay, please come. Give a small token of love to Global Talent, to Madam.
Yes. But we make it.
Okay, let's go. Huh?
No, wait,
So
wait.
when
I've got one question. You know, we would like to start this evening. The power of now. We would like to start now. Perhaps maybe you can we can practice with your help you know, the observation of the breath going in and coming out. Could you perhaps guide that? Even for 1 minute, please.
Can you do
Now? Yeah, why not? The power of now, that's important. You know, we
Right.
learn the
But
technique,
don't
we
stand up.
practice the
Don't
technique.
stand up.
No.
No, please, sir. 9 times just breathe. और अपने फोकस करिए अपनी ब्रीदिंग पे 9 times. Go down to your middle body. Eyes, knees, further down. Your toes, ankles, your foot. Now go reverse from your toe. Take yourself up, keeping your own body part in mind, and come and focus on your breath. Don't think about lunch, don't think about next session. Just think about your body and breathing. Breath पे आ जाइए. Exhale good energy. Inhale good energy. Just believe that there is only good energy around you. बस अपनी सांस पे ध्यान रखिए. आपको छोटी सी झपकी भी आ रही है, बी अवेयर ऑफ इट. Feel your calmness. Feel yourself in this breath. Feel your Almighty in this breath. यही शांति चाहिए, यही पीस चाहिए. परमात्मा ने सांस दिया है, इसे एंजॉय कीजिए, इसका आनंद उठाइए. Let go. बहुत धीरे से आँख खोलिए, बहुत धीरे से. एक चीज मैं बताऊं, ये जो 10 मिनट 5 मिनट का कोई मेडिटेशन नहीं होता. अगर क्योंकि मैं सच बताऊं, अगर मैं 50 मिनट करती हूँ ना तो 15 मिनट तो अपने आप को शांत करने में लग जाता है। तो ये तो बस ऐसे ही है, लेकिन ये कोई हमने जो किया ये बहुत इम्प्रेसिव चीज़ नहीं है, ये बस ऐसे ही कर दिया कि सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। लेकिन अगर आप 40 मिनट 50 मिनट देंगे तब आप 20 मिनट का मेडिटेशन कर पाएंगे। ये मैं बहुत सच्चाई से बता रही हूँ। तो ये पावर मेडिटेशन कुछ नहीं होता है, तो ये आप ज़रूर करिए और आपको अपने लाइफ में ये चेंज दिखेगा। और मेरा ये बिल्कुल मतलब नहीं कि आप नौकरी छोड़ दें और नौकरी पे ध्यान न दें, पूरी और ओनरशिप से ध्यान देंगे, एक अटैचमेंट से काम करेंगे। दैट इज you will just live in a spiritual space. That's it. Don't be attached to anything. मस्त रहिए, ठीक है सर?
And let's make it happen. What we do when we go back home tonight, hug our spouse, number one. Number two, hug our children, if possible all together. And then sit together. Sit together for 1 minute. I don't want 5 minutes. I just want 1 minute. Follow your breath. Breathe in, follow your breath.
And you did?
Breathe out. Just follow your breath. Okay? Just do that for 1 minute. Can we do it?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Do I have your commitment?
Yes.
A really sounding commitment. Do I have your commitment?
Yes.
Hug your wife, hug your children. 1 minute of following your breath. And देखो कैसे next time when we meet, I will see Bhagwan in all of you.
बोलता है अच्छा नहीं, बहुत अच्छा हिंदी बोलते हैं अच्छा नहीं। नहीं फिर एक काम कर खाना खाना है ना, एक काम करते 2 मिनट से एक्सरसाइज कर रहे थे। आइए। खाना खाने के बाद नहीं कर सकते, अभी करना करो।
अभी करेंगे। डॉक्टर बख्शी। Okay, gentlemen, what Dr. Bakshi is doing is breathing out, not breathing in. So let's please give it a shot. Stand up, sir. It'll be very tiring. It is tiring.
Okay, go to the second one. This is the power of the word. Heart, lungs, eyes, ears, everything. And the third one, powerful. But you have to close it. इसमें कोई धर्म नहीं है. Please do not, anybody here not from Hindu Dharma should not, whether you are a Sikh, you are a Jain, you are a Buddhist, you are a Muslim, इसमें कोई धर्म का नहीं है. ये बड़ा powerful है. In fact, when you will meet Saqlain Siddiqui, my friend, and he is my friend last 32 years. We had a very major disaster in Manesar, you remember?
Yes.
2011. You remember?
Yes.
one of my dear HR professionals got killed. He was one of the buddies of workmen, associates. Associates उसको बहुत प्यार करते थे और मेरी वजह से वो मारुति में रुक गया था। मैंने उसको मारुति में रोका था, वो नौकरी छोड़ गया था। He had resigned. मैं सिद्दीकी साहब के सामने बात कर सकता हूँ। और मैं गुड़गांव में था और मैं एक माने से जा रहा था मिलने के लिए, मैं बाहर से आया था। एंड सैकलिन told me, यार ये जा रहा है, आप बात कर लेना उसके साथ, because he was associated with me at National HRD Network and Delhi Management Association. Abhi knows that boy. And this boy had resigned. So I told him, hey, you know, Global Talent is starting a big project at Mane Sarkar plant. और मुझे तेरी ज़रूरत है। मैं अभी सिद्दीकी साहब से मिल के आया, यार रुको ना हमारे लिए। And he stayed for us. And जब वो कांड हुआ, मैं इसलिए बता रहा हूँ, जब वो कांड हुआ, it was a disaster. रात को 8 बजे मैं आज तक देख रहा था तो मैंने देखा बुरा हाल हुआ है। मैं 2 बजे रात को, मैं मैडम से कल बात, 2 बजे रात को मुझे बैंकॉक दिल्ली फ्लाइट नहीं मिली। उस टाइम पे मैं कैलकाटा आया, कैलकाटा पहुंचा सवेरे 6 बजे, वहाँ से फ्लाइट लेकर दिल्ली पहुंचा। जोकवासा इन में मेरा कमरा हमेशा होता था क्योंकि मैं मारुति में रेगुलर प्रोग्राम करता था। और मैं जोकवासा इन पहुंच गया तो सिद्दीकी साहब भी वहीं रुके थे, पूरी टीम भी रुकी थी। And I want to tell you in front of Mr. Siddiqui, in fact, during that course, there so much of things were happening. मैं उस टाइम पे 20 दिन I camped in Delhi on my own expenses. बरखादत को मैंने एक गली में गला पकड़ा था उस टाइम पे। जो बरखादत का भी वो शो आया था तो she tried to be very nasty with our friend Mr. Siddiqui. मैंने पूरी fraternity हिंदुस्तान की इकट्ठे लाई थी to support Maruti Suzuki. I am a Marutian myself. You know, I say I am a Maruti. Then I told Mr. Siddiqui early morning, मैंने कहा यार तू मेरे साथ चल बाहर। मैंने उनको प्राणायाम सिखाया है। आज भी सिद्दीकी साहब प्राणायाम रेगुलर करते हैं। He is a darling friend. He is a Muslim. So कहते हैं मुस्लिम को नहीं करना चाहिए। और ऐसे मेरे कैनेडियन है, अमेरिकन है, फ्रेंच है, पाकिस्तानी एम्बेसडर है जो थाईलैंड में था, उसकी वाइफ, बड़े बड़े लोगों को मैंने ये सिखाया। ये जो 3 चीज़ें मैंने आपको दी है, खाना खाने से पहले हमने किया, मैं दोबारा दिखाऊंगा। Do it, start 100, 150, 200, 400, 500, बट बीच में इसको मिक्स करो इसके साथ। And the third one, the power. मैं ज़्यादा देर कर सकूँ, टाइम नहीं है। We went to Suzuki. We went there back to back. 2 leadership retreats we did with Abhay Kapoor Sahab. We were at a place called Taslana in Ahmedabad. Very beautiful place of, which company is that? Krishna Maruti. बहुत प्यारी जगह। फिर वहाँ पे हमने retreat की back to back. And we do in the retreat in the morning we do this program करते थे। तो अभय कपूर साहब ने हमें बुलाया था। Back to back हमने 2 leadership program. Top 60 people of Suzuki who report to Japanese. 31st and 32nd, 60 people. And I tell you, there are still a lot of people in touch with me, and there are a lot of people doing this.
Group is still active. Group is still active after 1 year.
Group is still active, more than a year. More than a year, they are active still. And people are taking this forward. Because अगर आप ये अपने साथ अभी, हालांकि मेरी एक बड़ी important friend है, उसका नाम है Sister Shivani. आपने Sister Shivani को सुना? She is my very close friend. I took her to Bangkok about 8-10 years back. Her husband is my friend actually. Sister Shivani teaches Brahma Kumari and she is number 1 today at Brahma Kumari. Number 1. और वो इसमें साइलेंस मेडिटेशन में बहुत बिलीव करती है.
I want to just give you an example. जब कोविड हुआ तो ओवरनाइट हमें कहा गया सब टीचर्स को कि ऑनलाइन पढ़ाना है. And we all didn't know the technology. We didn't know Teams पे how to work. But we had a very tough time और हम सारा दिन so we managed the house with no help. सब घर पे. And I strained my shoulders so badly कि एक tear हो गया constant computer पे काम करके और बच्चों के phone पे चीज़ें वो करके. So I suffered a lot. I did physiotherapy. I went for an MRI. They said कि आपको overuse से बड़ा common हो रहा था उस वक्त with teachers. So what happened was I did physiotherapy. I used to spend so much money. कुछ ठीक नहीं हो रहा था. Somebody told me कि एक लड़का है बबलू, वो कलकत्ता में है, वो ऑनलाइन सिखा देगा. और ये सब चीज़ मैंने बचपन से देखा. मेरे मम्मी पापा दोनों बहुत अच्छा योगा करते आए हैं. मैं उनको बचपन में किया था पर आई नेवर वॉज इंटरेस्टेड इन इट. तो आई एम मोर कार्डियो पर्सन, तो मुझे आई नेवर वॉज इंटरेस्टेड. अब आई वुड सी देम और मैं चाय पी के उनको एडमायर करती थी, मैं करती नहीं थी. When Bablu came in, he started talking. He's done his masters in yoga. He started talking about yoga and breath awareness, about shoulder. ये 4 चीज़ें. The first thing is Kapalbharti, which he said. The second is that Anulom Vilom, Bhastrika, and the last one is Brahmi. So there are 4 asanas. I would only think of my shoulders, and I used to do. मेरा हाथ उठता ही नहीं था. Now I can take it. I can do so many things. I'm still careful, but I started really trusting कि ये breath, and then it took me even more deeper into meditation, and I said ये जो tool है ना हमारे पास, हम इसको बड़ा underestimate करते हैं. ये ancient wisdom है जो हमें इस modern context में use करना पड़ेगा to survive, with our body, with all the food which we are eating, with full of hormones and the lifestyle we are leading. So ये मैं अपने practical, मैंने आज आपको जो भी बात कहा है वो सिर्फ अपने अनुभव से कहा है. There is nothing unauthentic that I have shared with you, and if it can help so many people, it will help you. आप ज़रूर इसको include करिएगा. और अब सब आपको भूख लग गई होगी.
नहीं, 10 मिनट